And I'll test that they can hear us both too.
You know what's funny is, starting about a week ago or so before you got here, people started messaging me and saying, "Luckner's coming to Paris. Luckner's coming to Paris." And I was like, "Really?" Like, yeah. They said you should.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
So I'm sharing this on my Twitter right now.
On Twitter, I have a little news group chat,
Uh-huh.
and all we do is
talk about the
they're
news
all
stuff?
news junkies, right?
Good.
So we're all just like sharing tidbits of news and stuff. So of course, a lot of them are watching you, and
cool.
That's where I first heard about it.
So in theory, this should be working now. Unterman is here. I see people chatting.
Oh,
Sarah's here.
okay. As soon as I get these
Sure, take your time.
messages out.
Hey, people watching, can you hear Euro Maestro when he talks? He just talked.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
He just said hello. It's raining a little bit here. Yes, they can hear you.
Oh, super.
You know what we should do? I'm going to do a test where I stand like 20 feet away from you, and I'll see, guys. I'm going to move away from Euro Maestro like 20 feet away, and he'll talk, and we'll see. Euro Maestro, just say something.
Hi.
Can you guys hear him? Because he's away from me. Can you hear him
Let me
now?
know.
Can you guys hear them both?
I'm
Yes,
quite far.
it's great.
Yeah.
That's great. They'll work farther. So awesome. So I'm here with Euro. Now Euro has this thing where he likes to stay kind of anonymous. So he's going to be on the microphone today, but you're not going to see him. That's up to Euro. That's cool with me. So he is watching. He is talking. He's going to talk to you.
And I'm going to be in the chat with you guys.
He's reading the chat. Oh, and you can post in the chat too.
And I can post to the chat and talk in the chat.
So Euro's going to post in the chat and talk to you at the same time. Oh, sorry. No, I'm good because it's coming. So we have to figure this out.
I thought you were outward facing.
Oh no, yeah. So this right now it's totally facing me.
Gotcha.
So now they have seen you a little bit from that video. They saw you when you were on my video before. Remember when you did the hot chocolate? They saw you.
That's fine.
Right. So
I'm not that crazy.
See, Amy just said, "Hey, Euro."
Hey there, Amy.
So you'll see her in the chat.
I'll be in the chat in a minute.
Okay. So we're in Paris. I just had a lovely hot chocolate with Euro. It was great. He was a gracious host. He took me to this place, Angelina, which is known for their hot chocolate. It was wonderful. So he couldn't have been a better host. And Euro is here next to me. Euro, so he has risen and says, "Euro, come on, be on camera. We don't judge at all." Well, that's Euro's choice.
I'm having a bad hair day.
He says he's having a bad hair day. Kimberly Barr says hi to Euro. Howie M says Euro is camera shy. But you guys can hear him. He's mic'd up. He's got one of these.
I'm ready to answer your questions.
Yep.
And have a great time with Steve because he's been doing these great live streams from Paris.
Thank you, Euro. So
Eiffel Tower.
So Euro, he's an expert. He lives here, and so we're just going to go on a little walk. He's going to show us this important and famous public square. So we're going to walk over there. Tim says hello to him.
Is it on this channel?
Oh, yes. It's weird. Go to live.
Okay.
I know
That's
it's
weird
weird because it's live. It's not videos. You got it?
Okay, I'm there.
All right, so Euro is now in the chat. He's reading your chat messages. Oh, there's a rainbow behind me. Where? Somebody said rainbow behind me. Where? I don't see one.
All right, so Euro is now in the chat.
Euro, do you see? I don't see a rainbow. No, I don't see one. Why is Katie Girl saying rainbow behind me? I'm looking.
I don't see it.
Excessive 4 has asked you a question, but I'm going to let you answer or not answer anything you want. That's up to Euro, what he answers and doesn't answer. How's the sound and picture guys, okay? Oh, he's in the chat. He's in the chat and he's
sure.
Next to me.
Originally from the U.S. So I'm in the chat. Yeah, so I have lived in the U.S., but I've also lived in Europe. Oh, there's a delay.
Oh, because you're listening. Yeah. So But it's good. I mean, it'll pick you. You can I talk really softly with these things and it still picks it up. So your volume would be good. Oh,
I'm hearing myself a few seconds later.
He is risen, says hello, and Pat W says hello to you.
Okay. So, okay. I am a penguin. Hi, Janet. Sarah, Marianne, Pat. Boy, I'm way behind. He is risen. Dipney Reed.
And I'm just, while Euro's reading the chat, I'm going to show you guys where we are. Euro, I'm just going to show them. We just came from over there. We were going to start at the Louvre, but there's like a weird cell signal issue over there. So we're walking here, down here, towards
Evelyn.
This public square down there. This is the, isn't this the, I always pronounce it wrong. Tuileries Garden or something like that?
Yeah, Tuileries Garden.
That's where we are right now.
That's where we are right now.
Okay. So, Euro's the expert, not me. Mary Hodge says, how do Euro? So we're going to walk forward. And the Arc de Triomphe, you can actually, guys, you can see in the distance there.
Oh. It's a shame. This is a big fountain that's closed.
Yeah. I noticed all the fountains seem to be closed in winter.
You saw the little fountains on the side?
Oh, those are working?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We were there earlier.
Yes. I sort of didn't register that those were working. Most of the fountains have not been working. So, yeah, it's lovely out here today. Amy says it's so pretty. So we're walking. It's a great, we just had a great hot chocolate at Angelina Paris. Euro would not let me pay for anything. He was very, very generous. And so we're just walking right now, and he's going to tell us a little about some stuff and also talk to you guys in the chat.
How was the croque monsieur?
It was good, actually. We had a.
Was it as good as your other ones?
No.
I didn't.
I had one
so.
other, but that was like a specialty place.
Yeah.
Place. But it was good. It was like it's like a grilled cheese kind of thing. It was fine, but the hot chocolate was really good. Who is this Euro person? Do you want to describe yourself, or do you want me to describe
I don't know how to describe myself, but
you've
I
been
used
doing
to do
live
streaming on Periscope
for a long time. Very popular travel live streaming, international.
I usually
live
travel.
Streaming. Other stuff you've done too.
A little news a little travel.
Yes.
A little smattering.
So Euro was doing live streaming like before a lot of people were doing live streaming. And he lives in France. He's lived in different countries. And he watches Agenda Free TV. So we did a meetup. And later today we're going to meet up with another viewer, Cupcake L. And a number of people in our chat actually watch Euro and know of Euro. Yeah, he stream sniped. When I was walking around, he bought... he's the one who bought the pastry, that lovely tart. And he came up to me and said he could translate when I didn't know who he was. But you guys, some of you knew who he was.
I'm the one that made the disastrous mistake with the hot chocolate.
Well, it was because I wasn't reading the chat too. So
yeah.
So appreciate all of our moderators. Hey, Ryan Portzine knows you. See?
Ryan's here. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Syria, Cheryl, LB. I'm finally caught up with the comments.
Oh, good. Hey, Lunali, Syria.
So Joanna says she wants to come to France at the end of the year, and she wants to hire me as a tour guide.
Oh, would you do it?
I have done it for a few people.
Oh. Is it Joanna 77?
What's that?
Is it Joanna 77?
Yes.
Oh, she's great. I've met her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's really cool.
Oh, that's what I like to hear.
Yeah, she's good. You should do it. Joanna, I'm vouching for you now with Euro, so don't mess it up. If he offers to do it for you, don't mess it up, because I just put in a good word for you with Euro.
Hockey Rules 1 says Euro's everybody's friend. Because I know a few people that do live streaming.
Hey, Liam Gordon.
Hi, Steve. But this is actually the first time I've met Steve.
Yeah, we never met in person.
So I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Amy says, what's your channel? Do you have a channel you're actively posting on these days?
So I want to start getting active on YouTube. So right. I haven't so far. So I don't have a big following on YouTube.
But it's the same, your name, Euro Maestro.
Yeah, it's Euro Maestro. Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter or X.
Do you want to post a link into the chat to your channel? I don't know if you can post links.
Hey,
our mods.
I can try.
Because I don't know if you're allowed. Hey, mods, can one of you please, like Sarah, it'd be awesome if you could post a link to Euro's YouTube, because some people want to know it. Because Euro can't post it, I think, because he doesn't have mod privileges. So, if one of the mods could, I think it's Euro Maestro on YouTube.
That's right.
Just if they could post a link, that'd be great, because then the people could go to it. One of the mods will do it. They're great.
So I don't know if it worked or not, but I...
Oh, did it? Well, sometimes it doesn't. You can.
It works for me, maybe.
Yeah, Sarah just posted. Did Sarah just post it?
Yeah. Okay. Sounds great.
Oh, Sarah posted. Thank you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah posted it on Twitch.
Yeah.
No, see it on YouTube. See it, that's awesome.
And actually, it will work with just youtube.com/Euro Maestro.
Okay.
So you don't need the ad. And
I'm saying it wrong. It's Euro Maestro, not Euro Maestro.
Yeah, you know, Maestro, like a musician.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's okay.
So Euro, when I walk through here, it's lovely, but I feel like this park, when the leaves are on the trees, would be so much
so
different.
much pretty. So you notice over here, there's a little restaurant.
Yes.
And here there's a little pond with ducks and some statues that people sit along. And you have another one on the left side. So you have these like little areas to do fun stuff.
And you said like when it's warm out, this is way more crowded out here. Yeah.
There's a little park over here for children. They have trampolines.
Okay.
And you can see over there some slides and stuff. So usually in any sizable park, even the small park, there's always activities for the kids. And usually they have ones for different ages, like for the real little kids.
Okay. And you're got a big compliment from Moonbeam Streams if you want to see that.
Oh. Euro's always been the best live streamer. His tours of Paris are amazing. He was on Paris. Oh my God. Well, thank you, Moonbeam Streams. That was very gracious of you to say that.
Euro told me that when it's warm out, there's so many more people in Paris in general here.
Oh yeah.
Which
this year is going to be crazy
because of the Olympics too.
Summer we always have millions of people come. So Paris is the #1 city in the world in terms of getting
tourists
people coming
here.
in.
Yes.
And now this year they're saying 15 million extra for the Olympics.
Yes. Wow. Now the big buildings I'm seeing. So obviously we have the Arc is there.
Yeah.
But those skyscrapers in the back, that's La Défense. Is that how you pronounce it? La Défense, and that's this. It's like a business district. So
that's
you guys,
that's
if
Europe's
you look back
largest
there,
business district.
you don't see those skyscrapers generally in central Paris, but on the distance there, you can see a couple of them there. In the distance.
Yeah, and you can't quite see it today, but you can kind of see it if you look under the Arc up there.
Yes.
There's another Arc.
Like a more modern, bigger one in the distance.
Modern, bigger one, twice as big.
So Euro, we're going to go to this, the big obelisk in front of us. We're going to go over there in a second, and Euro's going to talk about that.
There's a fun thing at La Défense. So they have all these big fountain areas, big central plazas, and that's where a lot of the parkour guys go.
Oh.
So if you ever see the parkour. So that's kind of a French thing that is spread, I think, around the world now. And they do like amazing acrobatics with what do you call it? The regular stuff around the
It's
street.
different. I like to go over to that district just to see it because I never went over there. I probably should. Maybe I'll stop over there tomorrow. I have one more day left. I can just take the subway there, and it's
We could
easy.
do it today. We could take the RER
The
there.
problem is I have a whole other meetup I got to do, and then tonight I got to cover Super Tuesday.
Today's a very busy day.
Yeah, so.
But maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow. I might do it tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, I would suggest that.
Okay.
But if you want, we could instead of taking the subway, take the RER. It's much faster.
Oh, I see.
And we'll get there in a few seconds.
Oh, it's quick. Yes. Excessive Force says Cupcake used to work in La Défense. Interesting.
Your pass? You got?
I got it's the Decover. I think it covers the RER. It definitely, because I can take it to the airport. It's all the zones.
All the zones.
So
okay,
I think it should work to go there.
Fine.
Yeah. Because I know I can take it to the airport.
See, there's an unusual architecture there, sculpture.
Somebody said, are they blankets on the tree trunks? I assume they're just to protect the trees. They look like new trees.
They look like newer trees.
Yes. Yeah. Do you think, is this stuff, all this construction, is this for the Olympic stuff?
It must be, because normally it's not like this.
Yes.
Normally it's all open. There's a huge fountain here, bigger than the other one. And there's lounge chairs like these all around.
Okay.
So some of them are straight back like these, and some of them are inclined, like that one over there.
I think
you got 2 restaurants here.
Yes.
And
I think Daniel Boberson had asked, like, what is your connection to Paris in terms of living here, being from here, all that stuff, and.
Well, I live here.
Yes, and you've lived here for years. You told me.
Oh yeah.
Because Daniel was wondering what your background.
Yeah. No, I've lived here for decades, but in the COVID years, I was telling you earlier, I was doing a lot of traveling. So even though I kept my apartment here, in the whole year I was only in Paris 9 days.
Right.
And the rest of the time I was in London. Well, I had a second apartment in London, and then I would just travel all around Europe for work at the time. And Europe and the Middle East, basically.
Okay.
And occasionally even the States.
Yeah. Hey, David Green, thanks for modding, and Big Ball of Yarn, and Sarah are all modding, thank you. Boy, I never remember what time it is. So it's probably, what time is it right now? Like 4 here? So it's like 10 in the morning in the U.S. time or something like that.
The East Coast is 10:24.
Okay, yes. Nice.
Yeah. So like we use a 24-hour clock. You see 1624?
Oh,
so it's very easy for me. I just subtract 6 and it's 1024.
Yep.
But you guys like to use a 12-hour clock.
Yep. For those of you just joining in, we are here taking a walk with Euro Maestro. And Euro lives in Paris, and he is a well-known travel live streamer, and he's been nice enough to show us around some today. And I know a number of you guys who watch my stuff watch Euro and know him. So he has a mic on, and he's watching the chat, and he's talking. And you can talk to you if you just post up in the chat. Euro will see it, and he can answer your questions and talk to you there as well.
Steve's giving me some good tips, so I'm gonna buy a new mic and
the mics are good.
Fancy device.
Well, these mics, the mic I have, it comes with two receivers, so we can have each of us have one, and the phone can pick up both of us, even if we're not standing next to each other, which is great.
Altsbach says, "Looks awesome there. Have fun."
It has been awesome. It's been great.
And JMP, the electric collector, says, "Good day."
Yes.
To both of us.
Yes.
Are you seeing that?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I'm seeing it all here. It just flies by. I mean, look I only see 4 at a time, and they just fly. When it's going fast, it just flies by.
Okay, so you see that's
see,
you know how it looks.
Right, but you see so many more than I do.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's much easier for you to go back on the phone and stream.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this,
exactly.
So.
I just scroll quicker. Now these statues here often will have a blanket in the winter time.
Okay.
But they don't right now for some reason.
All right, so we're going to go into this square.
So unusual for me to see all this construction.
Yes.
It's a shame because this is really a beautiful part of the park. It's an octagon. It's a big fountain in the shape of an octagon.
Okay.
And so it's called the octagon. And normally there's so many people. So I think that's probably one of the reasons why there's fewer people today is just because of this.
Yes. So normally this would not have all these walls here and trucks and everything. Right. It would just be. So I heard for the Olympics open ceremony, they're going to have, instead of having it in the stadium, it's going to be on the river.
That's right.
And they're going to have the different Olympic teams and boats going down the river.
That's right.
Wow. Oh, wow. Rain. Sudden rainstorm. It's sunny out, but it's raining. We might get a rainbow today.
So this is the third time that Paris has hosted the Olympics. Mm-hmm. And every time Paris has opened the Olympics, they've done something new for the first time. Uh-huh. And often they get adopted as Olympic traditions, like the torch coming into the city and stuff. So this year, our idea is instead of the opening ceremonies being in a stadium, where everybody wants to go to, but you're limited to how many spots you have it on the river,
and everybody can watch.
Everybody can.
That's
go.
Actually really cool. I hadn't thought about that aspect of it. That's really neat.
That's why they did that. So I think it'll be interesting. It'll be different.
Your step here.
It'll probably look nice.
Very cool. Crazy Auto says sounds like a massive security risk. Well, it's probably a big security risk just with so many people. I don't know how you guard with so many people. There's probably a lot of police around.
I know that there's massive efforts because I've been reading about all the training they're doing, and they're doing all kinds of security measures we don't know about. So I know there's a lot of planning involved. So hopefully they've thought of most things.
And Raven Riley is here too, modding.
Oh, she's great mod.
Yep.
Well, I mean, all your mods are great.
Euro, is the building to the left of the obelisk, that building right there?
Yeah.
The big one? Is that like an exposition building? Something?
Yes.
I feel like I've read about it and I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah, so it's called
building?
the Grand Palais.
Okay.
And next to it is the Petit Palais. So it's the big palace in English and the little palace. And now it's used as an exhibition. If we make it over there, you'll see the entrances are really pretty.
So this is very weird because it's sunny out and there's a lot of blue sky, but we're like right under one rain cloud.
It's like a little sun shower.
Which is, we have a little sun shower right now. So
it's pretty light.
It's all right. I think the phone can take it.
The sun is still out.
I have a cloth I can wipe my phone off, but hopefully it'll stop in a second. And then Euro's going to tell us about this square we're going into.
So what's nice about this spot, this is like great for photographers because you can see the Invalides over there. Which you went into?
Yes.
Which had the tomb of Napoleon.
Yes.
Now, we talked about that in your chat the other day in the comments. And a lot of people, for whatever reason, were skeptical They didn't believe that the tomb of Napoleon was in there.
They didn't think that the tomb was there, or they didn't think it really contained his remains? They didn't think the tomb was in there?
I don't know. When I said the tomb of Napoleon was there, they were like, no way, that's impossible. I'm like, I guarantee you I've been in there myself.
We do have a lot of very skeptical people in our chat sometimes. So
yeah. But there were other people who said, yeah, it's there. So I was glad you went, because that was proof it is there.
Yeah, I proved it was there, exactly. No, we got in right at the end, and it was really fun to go and see it.
So why this is a great spot for photographers. So you see that you can shoot the Invalides. Yep. You can shoot this as the Assemblée Nationale. That's the Parliament.
Okay.
Okay. You normally, when there isn't construction, you can shoot the mini arc.
Yep.
So there's Arc du Carrousel de Louvre.
Oh, the one down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's covered in scaffolding today.
Yep.
But normally you can shoot that.
Yep.
Maybe the pyramid if you're lucky. You've got the obelisk here. Up here to your right, in a minute, we're going to see the Madeleine. And you have the Eiffel Tower. So from one and the Arc de Triomphe.
Yes, you can see all these things in one place. Yeah.
Yeah, one spot a photographer can shoot like 7 or 8 great places.
Yep. See, now this rain stopped. It's pretty out.
It is, yeah, it's nice.
I see a lot of blue. Look, there's a lot of blue sky up there.
So this is often the case in Paris. Like, don't get too discouraged if it's a light rain.
Right.
Because usually it stops very quickly. So there's the Madeleine. Oh, I see the rainbow.
Oh, there's a rainbow. Wow, there is one.
You guys are right.
Very cool. There is a rainbow, guys. Look, we got a rainbow. I'm gonna.
And you see that building is the Madeleine.
Wait, which building is that?
This building in the center there.
And I don't know that. What is that building?
It's called the Madeleine.
Okay, what is it?
So this was a building built by Napoleon, but notice it looks like a church. Right. So it is kind of a church, but it wasn't built as a church. So it was built by Napoleon.
Okay.
So we have a few buildings. You talked about one of them the other day, the Pantheon.
Yeah.
So the Pantheon was constructed to be a church. But because it was the French Revolution, by the time it was constructed, the state said we don't have any needs for churches. So they turned it into to the great men.
Yes.
So you have a lot of great people buried there, or in tombs there.
And this one, what is it now? This Madeleine building?
Now it's mostly a tourist site.
Just a tourist site. Yes.
But yeah, it's like nominally a church.
I'm going to turn this around so it's seeing me next to the rainbow. You can just stay right there.
Oh, okay.
We'll keep you. You're all good. You're golden. Hang on one second, right there, and I'll do this just so people can now see me with the rainbow behind. So we got the Madeleine building back there with the rainbow.
The rainbow's
if you can
going
see it.
away, I think.
Yeah, maybe fading. So anyway,
more a greater distance of it, but it's a little lighter.
I'll zoom in again.
But we got down there later if you want.
Yeah.
So off to the left there is a little boutique hotel.
Yes.
And if some of your viewers might remember, Kim Kardashian was staying there.
Ah.
It's where Kanye West stays.
Okay.
Kim Kardashian, a few other people. But while she was there, some people broke into her apartment while she was there.
And while she's there?
Yeah. They tied her up and put her in the bathtub, and they took her jewelry.
Oh, that I didn't know.
So it was a big story, a few years ago. And there was a lot of speculation at the time. Maybe she was in on it. Like, how does this happen and all this type of stuff? Because she did a few live streams just before the break-in where she showed off her $5 million ring and all this type of stuff. And people were like, but it turned out it was an inside job. And the chauffeur who knew their whereabouts had some
interesting
context. Yeah, it was pretty
Somebody
good.
asked you a question about a minute ago.
Yeah,
they said, like, do you appear on camera in your own videos? It's probably a little up.
Occasionally, but not very often.
Yes.
So it's happened. If some of you may have seen me on the Dubai trip, I did a few there because I did some indoor skydiving, and I wanted people to see me skydiving.
Where are these videos? They're like not on YouTube anymore, correct?
They're on Periscope.
Wait, can you access them still?
Some of them, yes. So some.
I want to see them.
I have some of them because there was a service at the time. If you remember, some of the Periscope were called Catch, and what they did was they would grab the videos from Periscope and they would convert them into a YouTube format.
Okay, I would love to see
So I do
them.
have some of them. Most of them I have not public, but
private.
How do you say it? Not private.
Unlisted?
The other one. Unlisted.
So you need.
So they're available, but I will make some of those more public. I made some of them public.
Hey, thanks to Daniel Boberson who gave a super chat and mentioned you in the super chat.
Oh, nice.
So glad to hear Euro Maestro today.
That's
and
nice.
Well,
Cruella told me that yesterday because she was thinking of giving you a super chat yesterday.
Yeah.
And she said in the chat, "I'm going to save this for tomorrow."
That's great.
I said, "Hey, as long as you give."
Texas and he says, Place de la Concorde, where are y'all at?
You should, Euro. Yeah, so we're at the Concorde. So this is the obelisk.
All right.
And you can see the hieroglyphics there.
So this was this brought in
This was brought over from Luxor
now,
in
was
Egypt.
this like in the early 1800s when they brought this over,
Yes.
something like that?
Yeah, the whole history is there. It's in French, though.
Oh, yes.
But it was a very complicated logistics, as you might imagine.
Yeah, to bring this thing from Egypt.
Yeah. So the thing that happened at the time, so I've been to Luxor.
Yes.
And at the entrance, there's another obelisk that's identical to this. So originally there were two twin obelisks. So Egypt was and they gifted both of them to us.
They gifted them.
They gifted both of them
Okay.
to France, right? France has done a lot of things for Egypt. We had a lot of Egyptologists that went to Egypt and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, they liked the French at the time. So they gifted both of them to us, and they sent us this one. And it took, I think, something like 3 years by boat. It was like such a arduous thing that they never sent the second one. So you can go see the second one.
Oh, the second one's still back there.
Still there in Luxor.
And I think I read this is like 3,000 years old or something. No,
Yeah.
Never...
Oh, it's even older than that.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't even remember, but like at least like 5,000 years old.
And you said, is this the square where the king during the French Revolution got executed?
They used to have a guillotine here.
In this square?
In the square,
yep.
yeah.
And this is where the king in the French Revolution got executed?
Yeah.
Was Marie Antoinette
was killed here
and
as
Robespierre, I read too.
Yes. And tens of thousands of people.
Yes, and others as well, and many others as well.
And people would come to watch. So like you'd have like 10,000 people or more would come to watch these executions. So it was a big public event that the people would watch. Just like later, for a while, people used to watch executions in the U.S. and elsewhere until they finally made it more private.
Daniel Boberson asked you another question.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Instead of the opening ceremonies being in the stadium, everybody wants to.
Euro, are you going to cover some of the Olympics in any way this summer? So yeah, I plan to. Yeah, in fact, I'm in the middle of a process. I have to take. I've taken like 3 security courses so far. And I have a couple more to take, to get my certification. So hopefully I'll get them all finished within the next couple of months. I just took a test last week. Hopefully I passed that exam.
Should we walk down that way, do you think, or what do you want?
Well,
which
you
way
have
would you
a
rather
choice. We
You
can
tell
walk
me.
down there
yes.
if you want to see the Madeleine up close.
Yes.
Or we can walk through this
Let's go down
park.
there. That sounds great.
And then have you been up to the Champs-Élysées?
No, I haven't. So let's just walk
so
up
this
there.
is perfect, yeah. So we'll go through the park.
That sounds great.
It's very barren now.
Yes.
But you can imagine in the springtime, it's really pretty because this is all green.
Yes.
And it goes up. And if I remember how to get to it, off of this main park,
yes,
there's a little park that's phenomenal. It's just
okay.
Great. It's got little, what do you call them, like brooks and stuff, and it's really nice.
Thanks everybody for tuning in so far to the broadcast. Really appreciate it.
So here you can already see one big change for the Olympics, which they're going to make permanent. So you see how you have a big traffic circle here?
Yes.
So up until a few months ago, the traffic circle was on that side as well. You can still see the roads and stuff.
Yes, but it's not there anymore.
It's not there anymore. So they made this pedestrian only for the Olympics, but they're also going to make it permanent.
Wow, okay.
So no more.
Nice. So people can come right to this obelisk, but they don't have to cross the traffic.
Right, whereas before you had to cross the street.
Yep.
Just like we have to do here.
Yes.
And there was a lot of traffic, no more traffic. And we're doing this with a lot of our big squares.
Yes.
And you've seen some of the streets where they've closed them, either just for pedestrian only or sometimes for cyclists.
Yep. This is actually really neat up here because I have not walked up here. And there's a lot of people walking up here.
And so this building over there, to your right, that's the American Embassy.
The one on the left there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if you need your passport
That's
gets stolen,
I hope I don't have to go over
or if you have any
there
type
later.
of emergency, you don't want to have
Guys, let's hope we're not live streaming from the American Embassy.
But it's good to know where it is in case you do have an emergency. If you're American, you can go right over there.
Now, Excessive Force says he knows his stuff. Well, he does because he's from here and he is a well-known and accomplished travel live streamer, Euro Maestro.
Well, I don't know if I should disclose this. I've never mentioned this publicly, but I've also done some, I don't know if I can mention it, but I've done some work where I've helped with the logistics of American people traveling with the State Department.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Do they call that? Is it a fixer or no? No, because there's a name fixer like when journalists go to like a war zone like Ukraine, they'll say we need a fixer, which is just somebody who like brings them around and deals with.
If it's somebody high up, so like one time Hillary Clinton came over here.
Yes.
And she just had a very short visit at the airport.
Right.
She was meeting somebody.
Right.
I don't know where she was going afterwards. So an advance team came out.
Yes.
And then they met with me, and we went over all the logistics of,
cool.
like, where is she going to go?
Yep.
They have to secure all the corridors.
Yep.
They have to try to think of every, like, possibility. And we would do all that. So it's a little bit of work before she comes.
That's great.
There's always an advance team for anybody high up enough. And then the benefit, I guess, is the day they arrive, you get to be there
Oh,
and
nice.
see all that. But it's a little bit
Marissa
of work.
said that's awesome.
Should we go
Euro.
into the park?
Oh, sure. Great.
Yeah, because this is nice. It's just a big sidewalk, but there's a little park. Oh, I was telling you about this in the chat the other day. So I don't know if you've noticed, these are all over Paris, these fountains. These are called Wallace fountains.
Oh, but they're not working right now, right?
Well, normally they're working. I don't know if this one might not be for some reason.
I have not seen. Yeah, it's neat.
Oh, you've passed a lot of them.
I probably just didn't even notice them.
You didn't notice them.
Yep.
No, I know you walked around, and I said, "Oh, that's a Wallace
Lovely.
fountain." And so normally they have water dripping down, and you fill it up. But you'll see other kinds of fountains all over the place too.
Yeah, I had watched videos that said, "Oh, there's plenty of places to fill up your water
Oh,
bottle."
there are so
But
many.
I haven't seen them. None of them seem to work. If you see one, let me know, and I'll fill up my
Okay.
water bottle. But I haven't.
And you said you walked along the river, right?
Yes,
So there's water fountains there.
I didn't even know that.
And the nice thing about those water fountains, a little unusual,
Yes,
is they have different taps.
yes.
And some of the taps are still water, and some of the other taps are carbonated water.
Really?
So if you want the fizzy water.
By the river?
Yeah.
I had no idea. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, we have there's a place in Paris that has an actual spring.
Oh.
And they also give water too.
Some people said there was a little, I guess, dead spot on YouTube. I don't know how our signal
Uh-oh.
is. No, I'm getting a good signal right now. We should be back.
We should be okay.
Are we back, guys, with the signal? I think the signal's okay now.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. Very kind of you.
Let us know, Chad, how the signal is.
In the summer, there would be vendors. Doubt this. So yeah, that's true. So normally here, there's all kinds of vendors. They have like little stands and they sell ice cream
Right.
or sandwiches, soda, whatever you want.
Okay.
There's a little theater here.
People say we're good. Signal's okay. So what technically is this park called we're in?
This is the Parc de Champs-Élysées.
Oh, this is the Parc de Champs-Élysées. And
Yeah,
that
'cause
is the
we're gonna-
Champs-Élysées
The
right there.
Champs-Élysées, yeah.
Yes.
So the Champs-Élysées is kind of a famous street.
And we're walking towards the Arc,
Arc
which
de
is on the
Triomphe.
Champs-Élysées. And
Right,
then
that's
the
where you have all the
famous
shops.
shopping part, the high end is on the other side of the Arc. Oh, right,
yeah, you'll see it in
yeah.
a few minutes. And
Hold on. Somebody asked, have we seen Euro Maestro's face yet? I am just turning in. So he likes to keep it low key.
Steve has seen it.
I have seen
and
it.
he was terrified.
But I'm sworn
and so
to
Steve
secrecy.
said to me,
No, he's a good-looking man.
Steve said to me,
He's a good-looking
he's
man, but
like,
I'm sworn to secrecy.
Steve said, we cannot show you on
See,
camera.
this is
I
not
don't want to
fair.
lose all my
This
viewers.
is not fair, no.
So in fairness to
That's
him, I don't
not
want him to
what's
lose all his
happening.
viewers.
Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Here we go. Hey.
So this is a nice thing. So it wasn't like this in the beginning, but now a lot of people like to be on camera.
Yes, I've had people come up to me.
I had people ask me, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because in the early days, a lot of people didn't like to be on camera.
No,
but
especially
these days,
younger people, I find,
Yeah.
yeah.
But these days, a lot of people now want to be on
Yes.
camera and they'll come up.
But they think like some people, you're holding a gimbal and they think you're like a multi-million-dollar movie producer or something, and it's like
Yeah.
because they're not used to seeing.
Well,
it,
some
so.
people are confused too because they think the they're not sure which way the camera's facing, so
Right.
their stuff is closed off. But if you come this year in Paris before the Olympics, you're going to see a lot of areas like this.
Yes.
That are
These are just, are these
cordoned
state
off.
buildings, or they belong to France? Or?
So yeah, this is like a theater, and I forgot that's like, I'm not sure. That might be another theater actually, and a restaurant. I'm not sure. But if I recall correctly.
Let's just walk, because we have a little bit of a dead spot right here.
Oh, okay,
so
let's be careful.
Yes. Somebody said, AWSM Mary said, I found you, Euro. I don't know what that means. Oh, maybe they found the station. So we'll be okay. This happens with the signal. You just get these dead spots. So,
you know, your broadcasts have been so good, because even when you do hit a dead spot, it's only like for a few seconds, and you come back instantly. So
my guess is that because I have the two signals, it's relying on both of them. So
it might be.
So hopefully
switching between the two.
Guys, are we still in dead spot land? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There's one of the stands people were talking about.
Oh, you're saying
that big green thing there. So that's where they sell like
right.
soda.
I think we're good
cream.
now. We're good now.
Hopefully we're good, because on the other side here there's a little park that.
Is this fountain work? See, these don't work. I'm telling you.
Well, normally they work, but I don't know what's happening now. Well, give it a try.
Watch. It's not gonna, guys. This is the story of my trip right here. Oh, it works. No. Euro, can you hold, if you hold this,
sure.
We can get me filling up. This is a historic moment, because it's the first one of these that's actually worked.
Look, now you get to see Steve in full.
I'm going to pour out my old water and get fresh new water from this fountain on the Champs-Élysées, Parc Champs-Élysées.
I'm working the camera. I'm a cameraman now.
Uh-oh. He might run off with my phone.
Yeah, I can run off with the phone, guys. What do you think?
Perfect.
There you go. So he just filled up.
Let me taste it now. Let me just taste it.
Of course. See, this is what I was saying earlier. This is the advantage of having someone hold your camera. You can do.
It tastes good.
You could do some fun shots.
I might get some more.
Amy wants to know if it's bubbly.
No, it's not. It's cold though, actually, which is good. It's cold.
Marisa says Euro has the magic.
Before we go, I'll just I'll fill up a little more.
Wants to know if it's Perrier.
It's good. It's cold. I'm surprised that it's cold. A lot of the water here is not cold.
Oh, I'm going to shoot the dog for a minute, because Lunali says it's a cute dog. And look at the dog drinking directly from the tap. He just knows how to do it.
Maybe when I press hello.
Yeah, Steve's going to.
Hello. Oh.
Steve, turn it on and see.
He's going to have some more. Watch.
So Steve's going to liquidate not liquidate.
All right, I'll get a little more. It's so good.
Steve's getting some more water.
Okay, good. We're done. It's my one chance with a working fountain in Paris.
Texas Annie says she is making Julia Child's croissant recipe.
Oh.
Do you know who Julia Child is?
I know who she is.
Oh, okay.
I'm that old that I remember when they used to have her like on PBS.
So she was an American who was very fond of.
Thank you.
Very fond of French cuisine, and you know that she only started cooking at a very late age.
That I didn't know. There was a movie that came out recently about her, I believe, like a documentary.
Yeah, I just read about it. I can't remember how old she was, but she was like really old before she even started cooking, and even at an advanced age, she became a master chef.
I should watch that documentary. By the way, somebody said they just saw you. They saw you on Twitter. Your Twitter is X. It's
Euro
Maestro.
So
all one word.
All one word.
EuroMaestro.
So the good thing is I'm easy to find, because on every platform it's the exact same name. Euro Maestro. Whether it's X or Twitch or whatever.
Wonderful.
Now, I'm trying to remember.
This is lovely in here, by the way. I did not walk through here before, and it's really great. It's a park next to the Champs-Élysées.
We have these all over Paris. Have you seen any of these before?
Like little
Can
houses?
you guess what that is? Yeah, what are those little houses for? Can you guess?
I see things in them, but I don't know what those things are.
Go up closer and see if you can figure out. We have them all over Paris.
Okay, there's things in them.
In every park, yeah. What are those things and why are they there?
All right. They're around.
Maybe somebody in the
chat
can figure it out.
Can you guess? Be honest. You can't have known this before. What are those things in here? They're not books, because they're like round cylinder things. Actually, some of them look like pine cones. There's different materials.
So why would they do that? Why would they have different materials? And why would they have it housed in these little structures in these parks?
Wow, I have no idea.
So somebody in the chat, a couple people in
They
the
get
chat
it?
figured it out. Yeah.
Bee hotel? They keep saying bees.
It's not bees.
Feeders?
But bees is close.
Bees
Somebody
and
got it.
caterpillars? Bug hotel. Bug hotel?
Yes.
There are bug hotels?
These are for insects.
What did they do?
They get to live there, I guess. Or
Oh.
I don't know if they eat
Oh,
that stuff or
hotel
whatever.
insects.
Yes. I was like, it's literally insects.
So they live in here.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
And they have them all over the place. So one of the things they're doing in Paris, I was actually meant to live stream it the other day. We're not near one now, but they have a lot of what they call urban farms.
Mm-hmm.
And they have little green areas like this
Yes.
where they have chickens or, they could have everything. A few years ago, they closed off the entire Champs-Élysées
Uh-huh.
and they replaced it with fields.
Oh.
If you can imagine, like really high fields.
Wow.
And they had everything in there. They had cattle and, all different kinds of plants and animals just
That's
running
really
around.
on the Champs-Élysées.
Yeah, right on the
Very cool.
Champs-Élysées, yeah.
So insect homes.
In fact, they're always, it's a common thing here to shut down the Champs-Élysées to do
There you
something
go, right
special.
there. Wonderful. That's really cool.
And when they had the fields here, they also brought in those huge tractors, or whatever you call them, those farm machines.
Yes.
And they're huge. Like the wheels are like this high.
That the tractors you said reminded me of something. I know that in France you have protests sometimes. Do you
Yes.
notice protests around Paris every once in a while?
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, we have protests all the time.
Yep.
I used to live stream a lot of the protests.
Oh, the protests. Yeah.
Well, because I used to do these walkarounds, and so it was inevitable that you would hit up a protest at one point in time. Because basically, I think there's a protest going on like every single day somewhere.
Right. AWSM Mary says, "I love Euro's factoids."
Oh yeah, that's awesome, Mary. Yeah, she's amazing. She's out in Colorado, as I recall.
So she's one of your regular viewers.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So I actually messaged her earlier and said to join. Now, do you know what that is over there?
No.
Okay, so that is the, it's like the French equivalent of the White House. So it's where the French president lives.
Wait, right here.
Well, not in that
Back
building.
there.
But back there, you'll see this whole
Is it the
area is
Élysée
cordoned
Palace
off.
or something?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
work and live there, right?
He works and lives, just
Okay.
like the American president
Right,
works
okay.
and lives in.
Yeah.
And you'll see there's all kinds of security. And
Okay.
there'll be high fences.
Oh, cool. I hadn't been by
You
there
can't see
yet.
it. And these side streets
Yes.
are all like blocked off, so
I
you
see
can't
the
drive
police
down
over
them.
there. And,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's police everywhere.
Yep.
Some in uniform, and then of course you have the undercover and stuff
Yep.
like that. So occasionally I've had to go down one of these side streets for
Yes.
some business reason, and so they check you out to make sure you're there for some reason. But you can see the fence is pretty high,
Yep.
and it's difficult to see in the interior. So I think we passed the special park that I wanted to go to. It's back there,
Okay.
but it's not worth.
All right.
Not worth going back. You can see the
There's a
gates are
guard
kind of
stand. Oh,
elaborate.
cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad I hadn't seen this yet. Yep.
Yeah.
Very neat.
So I don't know if they let you do this anymore, but I used to bike ride along here.
Wow.
It's quite nice, but I'm getting the impression maybe they don't allow it anymore because you see it's barricaded on both sides. Where it used to be only barricaded on one side. So.
Don B says, thank you for this tour, Euro and Steve.
Well, maybe they let you. They're letting cars.
Yep.
So. Anyway, it's a nice bike ride. Here's another theater coming up. So,
Right here. Theater.
Yeah. So maybe the park I'm thinking about, maybe it's up that way.
And this is this exhibition hall here.
Yeah.
So
we should walk down there if you want.
So was that like some kind of palace building or something before?
Yeah, so the one on the right is called the Big Palace.
Yep.
And the one on the left is the Little Palace.
Right.
So if you've got a minute, we can just walk down there because the entrances are quite nice. And, and the other good thing is the bridge behind it is the Alexander III Bridge.
Oh, okay.
And some people say that's the most beautiful bridge in Paris. So we have 37 bridges that cross the
river
Seine. And that one is very artistic with you can see like the gold-like statues on top.
Sarah says, how do we watch Euro's live streams? Please tell us again. So can you tell them?
Sure, thanks for asking. So probably the best way, to be honest, I have not been live streaming a lot the last couple of years. So I used to live stream daily. So I was very religious about it in the Periscope years. And then at the last couple of years of Periscope, I stopped doing it. But I would like to restart because Steve has given me inspiration.
Hey, he's you can see he's clearly very good at this. I don't have to tell you guys that.
He's given me inspiration.
So. Yeah.
And so yeah, I might start doing it again. So we can cross this way maybe and cross over.
Okay.
And you can see, if you turn to your left, you'll get a great view of the Invalides.
Nope. And we'll get beeped at. All right.
Great view of the Invalides and the two palaces. But again, notice, look at all that construction. So normally none of that's there.
Right, okay.
But we'll cross the street.
So wait, the Invalides, because I was there, but is it, where am I looking? It's right there.
You see the
gold
dome?
The dome there is what it is.
That's where you went to.
Yeah, that's where the tomb is.
And you know what's really nice next to it? You probably didn't have time to go into it.
Yes.
But there's the Museum of the Army next to it.
Yeah, I didn't have time to go in. That'd
especially for boys.
Yes.
Or men.
Yes.
They really love that stuff because it shows the whole evolution of armory and the cavalry from the Middle Ages to today. So you start like in 13th, 12th century, and you see like the
very cool
armor of the horses and everything.
That's very cool.
And you see all the evolution over time, how it changed. Yeah, and one of the things you'll see was quite surprising is, you know how you have the men in armor? You'll see they also had armor for the children. Oh. Because there were children that fought in the wars back in those days. So you'll see little tiny ones for like 12-year-olds.
Sarah says she would love to watch it. Maybe on YouTube this time, she says?
Yeah, if you have I don't think you're going to have time on this trip.
No,
but if you come back.
No, she said she would love to watch you, but she says maybe you'll be streaming on YouTube this time, not Periscope.
Yeah, I will probably do a live stream of that museum in particular. You can see the Arc de Triomphe.
Oh, hold on, yeah. I'll get run over, and I'll show you the Arc.
Oh, another thing you have here is you're going to have all these statues.
Is this a Charles de Gaulle statue?
Ah, there you go.
I know.
It's not Charles de Gaulle station, but that's Charles de Gaulle.
Right, there's a statue is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Okay, cool.
So you'll see some more statues of other people. Maybe you'll be able to guess who they are.
Cool.
So there's Charles de Gaulle. So he was a French president during World War II. Mm-hmm. So he's very famous for the French people. And you'll see statues of other people famous for the time at World War II. Can you guess who they might be?
So for France, you're saying?
Well, Charles de Gaulle was the president
right,
of France.
but you're saying these are going to be French people famous?
No, there is one.
So it'll be like Roosevelt one. Yeah. And there'll be a Churchill one.
Yeah,
and all that. Yeah,
exactly. You got it. So this is normally one of the entrances to the Grand Palais.
Right.
Not the main entrance. You can tell it's a side entrance.
What in this building? Is this a Petit Palais or what?
That's the small one. Yeah.
Right.
That's the big one.
Now I think there's a museum in there. In Petit Palais, I read there's a Petit Palais museum. Is that this?
Yeah, that would be it.
Okay.
They do a lot of expositions here that change all the time. And so, this was the building you saw from a distance.
And like you said, this wall was normally not here.
Yeah, normally you get a great view of everything, but that's an Olympic year, so I guess they're renovating everything. But you can see the bridge. You can see those statues, and you can see the Invalides. Hopefully we can see the entrance here because it's quite nice. And the other thing you probably notice is look how high the floors are. From floor to ceiling.
Oh wow, that's all one floor?
That upper floor, you got a lower floor there, but look at how high it is. So we have a lot of buildings in France like this. I mean, I don't know what it's like in your Airbnb, but like even in my apartment,
the high floors.
It's really high floors. It's like, like 4-meter floors. So it's very common. And the other thing that's common in Paris is that the high floors extend to the upper levels. So in the States, when you have a high floor, usually the second and third floor will be a little shorter.
But
here they have high floors often on every floor,
and
except the very top one.
And this is a huge.
Yeah, you can see. You can only see a part of it, but you can get the idea of that. But you can see the entrance to the little palace over there.
Wow.
Which is quite nice. So those gates are open right now.
Yep.
But when they're closed, you can imagine it's all that gold grill.
I'm going to look up Petit Palace on my phone.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see. When was this built? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So why is it blocked? It's blocked because they're doing some type of restoration construction. I guess I should just say restoration.
So this says, hold on.
How long have you lived in Paris, Euro? Basically forever. But I have had sprints. Like I spent basically a year and a half, 2 years in London a couple of years ago. But I still had my place in Paris, but I was most of the time in London traveling on Europe. And then I've spent like I'll spend like a few months here and there when I travel sometimes a year or two. So I've done these long stays in New York, in Montreal, in Egypt, in Japan, and in the Middle East.
So it says here, built for the 1900 Exposition Universal World's Fair, I think.
Yeah.
And now houses the City of Paris Museum of Fine Arts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So in French we say Universal, which is the World's Fair.
Okay.
And you notice we've had a lot of things built for the World's Fair. So the Eiffel Tower was built for the '89 World's Fair. This one apparently you said 1900. And there's a lot of buildings in Paris built for different World's Fair. It's a good moment to build things. It's unusual this year. They're not building a lot of stuff for the Olympics. So normally, in the Olympics, they build a lot of new buildings.
But they have the venues already.
They already had the venues, and it's one of the mandates of the Olympics now. To try to use as much of what you already have.
Stuff.
They don't want to. And so that's one of the reasons Paris won the bid. Is because we have a lot of structure. We have a stadium already. So they built a few buildings, but not very many at all compared to. And that's the whole goal now there's a big emphasis on sustainability. And they're also interested, if you do build stuff, what are you going to use this building for after the Olympics? They don't want stuff just built for the Olympics. So everything that's new that's built has some public purpose afterwards.
Now is the big building there, is that the one they built in the 60s that was controversial, or is that not the controversial one? The big skyscraper back there? Is that just
that could be Montparnasse,
it's
hard to tell from here, but it looks like it.
But as we said, there's not many of these big buildings in Paris.
No, it's especially not in central Paris. So where they do exist in a few places is on the periphery. This is, I think, the only one that's like actually in the center part of the city.
I don't think I've been over to this bridge yet on this trip.
Oh, well, then you
really
should,
lovely.
Because it's a very nice bridge. You get views of the Eiffel Tower, the river. It's great to come here for a sunset if you ever have a chance. You get beautiful sunsets.
Some people are saying, by the way, there's like an issue with Facebook, Instagram. Now that happens once in a while with them. It's not the first time there's been I feel like every few months there's a big Facebook, Instagram outage. Maybe WhatsApp too, because I think they don't have.
You're getting some great compliments here.
Hey, see, look, Sarah says, Euro Maestro, European teacher is the perfect name for you.
Yeah. No, I think we make a good combo. Retro AI says, wow, this is the best tour ever, ! Thank you so much, Mr. Steven Maestro.
Guys, if you go to somewhere and you can get somebody who lives there and knows it like Euro Maestro does, to me, that's the best.
So he says, love and blessings from Canada. God bless you on your journey, friends. It's a very nice message. Retro, where in Canada are you? I'm also very interested, as some of you know, I'm really into tech, so I'm interested in this retro AI part. Euro Maestro, European teacher, is the perfect name for you. Where did Steve go? Oh, there he is.
I made a boo-boo
Steve.
because I started crossing when it wasn't a green light. That was my fault.
No, it's okay. I was just on the wrong side. I was like, he's gone. He's a magician. That's one thing I didn't tell you about that I filmed is magicians, because one of my best friends is a professional magician. So I've known him since like childhood, and so he's personal friends with like really big magicians, So like David Copperfield
Okay.
and stuff like that. And so I've met some of them and spent a lot of time with them, like David Blaine. If you guys know David Blaine.
Yep.
So I was already meeting David Blaine and hanging out with him and filming him before he was famous.
Wow.
There's the Eiffel Tower, by the way.
Oh, that's great. I'll show them that. What is this statue over here? I don't even know. Do you know? I don't know.
That's a good question. I don't know.
You got the
It
Eiffel
wouldn't
Tower.
surprise me if it's Henry IV, but
Now this bridge is called again. I don't know.
this is called Alexander III.
Alexander III Bridge.
Yeah. It's very famous.
Alexander III Bridge, Paris. I'm looking it up.
Oh, Thunder Bay,
Pont
Ontario.
Alexander III.
So I
It's
know
a
Thunder
deck
Bay.
arched bridge that spans the Seine Palace.
Will the U.S. WMT win in France? I don't know. I hope so.
Wikipedia says this is the most ornate, extravagant bridge in the city.
Arrow 404 says you're really good at talking and informing.
Yes.
Chris Tucker says doing a wonderful job. Thank you.
Was built between 1896 and 1900.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well,
it's really nice.
It's kind of nice, I think, having two heads because
Yes.
either one of us can look stuff up when
Yes.
the other one's busy doing something else.
And read the comments and all that.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can walk. Can you walk down there?
Yes.
Oh, we should walk down there.
You want to do that?
Yeah, I haven't done that yet.
Oh,
We're
that's
gonna-
what I was asking you earlier. If you walked along the river yet?
No.
Oh, that's
no,
what
I didn't
meant.
walk literally along the
Oh
river.
yeah, that's what I meant.
Guys, we're gonna
'Cause
go down here.
You can walk along the quay here. Oh my God! If I had known that, I would have taken you
That's
to
fine.
a different part. Because this is nice, but there's other
Oh,
parts
see, I didn't do this.
that are
yeah.
beautiful. So this is okay, but there's parts further down that are just gorgeous.
Guys, we're going down
And
to the
you
river.
see all the it's really a different experience.
Yeah, I had seen these stairs and I had not been down them at all.
Yeah.
When it was really raining a few days ago, this was all like flooded in here.
Well, you have to imagine that years ago, we used to have highways here along the river.
Highways.
Yeah, you can see. Well, you can't see it, but there used to be a highway. If you go further down, you can still see the marks in the roads
Okay.
and stuff.
Wow.
Because they haven't converted. But the idea over time is to convert it completely to have.
like a
trees,
walkway and stuff.
Yeah.
It would be great if people could just kind of just keep walking down
Oh,
here.
you
until-
can. Like this part is kind of at the end, but if we go over on the other side from it, you can walk for kilometers.
Oh,
and
great.
kilometers
I didn't
and
know
kilometers.
that.
And they have like palm trees and
I didn't know it.
stands. That's what I was talking about. They have the wall climbing exercises, and
there's
they
the
have
name of the-
fencing,
And there's the name of the bridge up there.
and they have
Pont
bocce
Alexander
ball.
III.
They have all these activities for
Okay.
adults. and
But
kids.
down here-
and guess what? They're all free.
They're all free. And
And
it's down
they-
here.
They have instructors to teach
Wow.
you fencing.
It's very cool.
And there's no charge.
I had no idea.
So
Look at the water. It's right there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like there's parts you can go right up to the
Right.
water. Like this is unusual here. Whatever this is.
Why are all the police cars up there?
Well, there's something going on. So
Look at all the police. Look at all the police there.
Yeah.
We got 1, 2, 3, maybe a protest or something.
It could be a
9 big
protest,
blue
or
police
it could
vehicles.
be like
Somebody's
president,
in town.
prime minister.
Yes.
It just depends. So that's like not too big. It's medium size.
Okay.
So that might be. It could be anything.
Yeah. Breaking news.
Sometimes you see like dozens and dozens. Just ridiculous.
Nice.
But these things aren't usually like this.
Okay.
So I don't know what's
So
going
normally
on.
you could walk like right here.
And like that's normally not closed off. So
Right.
normally you walk, and I don't know why there's water there.
It's so crazy. I just didn't realize there was this whole like you go down here and you can walk by it. I thought like
If we
I was
have
like
time
I was like
later-
why do they have stairs here? Why are people going down there?
If we have time later, we'll walk down there
Okay.
because there's like really pretty sections.
Okay.
This is a little bit more pedestrian.
Cool.
Do you want to go back up here?
Yeah. Let's figure out what the
Because
best.
on the other side, I'll show you. We can actually walk down on the other side. There's more.
Hang on
stuff.
one sec.
Oh, and the other thing we're really big on is along this walkway.
Yep.
They have these little exercise places that
Oh,
are
cool.
spread out. So there's people, they do like one series of exercises here, then the next
Oh,
booth there's a
cool.
different type, and they make a circuit out of it.
And what is this?
I don't know. I think it's
Just like a place where they store stuff?
it's
like a
I'm
walkway or
not sure, but
Looks like the workers are going in there.
but well, right now definitely.
Yes.
But we have places like this where they have like a little restaurant, or they'll have toilets and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
The EZ49 wants you to follow the police.
Oh.
I've done that sometimes.
Well, if you guys hear about something, there's police, look, police, right, we did, we're right here. They're all here.
They're following us. So that's the gendarmerie.
They're not really rushing.
No.
They're kind of just hanging, they're here, just to be clear.
And you notice it's not the police, it's the gendarme.
No, that's the National Army?
Yeah.
These are the vehicles.
Yeah.
So the police are Paris and the gendarmerie would be French National Police?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you notice the trucks are similar but a little different. The Paris ones are like bigger and have little windows. So I don't know what they're doing.
But again, they're not really in a big rush.
No.
They're sitting in traffic. So
it's probably
hopefully no big emergency.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not an emergency because they would have their sirens on.
Yes.
So it's some planned thing. So it's either an event or a protest, like you said. Lots of times when they have a big protest, they'll have a lot of police stationed at the protest, and then they have another set of police that are like 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers away that are kind of like backup if they need them for some reason.
Okay. Well, we should
just wait.
I'm going to show them, by the way, just this here.
Yeah, show
and
them this statue here.
the statue, and I'll show them the Eiffel Tower. Wow. So
Yeah,
look at the
sure.
statue, guys. Hold on.
And you can see why it's good for sunsets
Yep.
on a sunny day.
So we have the statue here, right? And we have the Eiffel Tower. And we have, look at this boat. This is one of the tour boats, I guess.
He is risen.
Look at, is that what is that boat right there?
That's probably a police boat,
Police
I suspect. Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay, that was interesting.
So one nice thing is, you'll see a lot of boats going down. And at night, it's really nice with the lighting and
Yes.
stuff. Like, you notice that when you're walking around, the buildings all lit up.
Yeah. At night it looks amazing. In the
Yeah, the
sunset, I
Invalides
could see
lit
the
up.
sunset here would be great if it was.
Yeah. All these bridges, really, the sunset is pretty good.
Yep. And that is where we were there. I was there a couple days ago. That's Napoleon's
Yeah, you were
tomb
probably
with
on the
the
other
dome.
side.
Yep. And
How did you get there?
Italy.
Metro or you walked?
we took the metro and then we walked. I think it was a combination.
So you were probably on the other side.
Yeah,
right?
I think you're right. I think we entered on the other side.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this was quite nice. Do you know what Invalides means?
So was that when they were like injured or sick or something? It was for the sick and aged soldiers that was built, correct?
So that was an innovation of Napoleon.
Okay.
He was like, well, we should be taking care of our veterans. And so they built this great place that they could.
It's huge. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Take care of when they're ill or for retirement. And it's still used to this day.
Yeah. So there are still soldiers who like
still
live
used.
there. And
Yeah. I don't think as much as in the past,
Right.
but they have a few people living there. And then, like I said, on the side, there's this wonderful museum of the army for people that are into that. And it shows you the whole evolution from the Middle Ages and right up till today. So you see all the modern aircraft and missiles and all that. So if we just cross here,
okay.
you'll see a little bit better idea of what it looks like.
I'll pull out my second phone and check the news just to make sure nothing crazy is happening.
Nothing big happened.
I mean, I know there's like a Facebook and Instagram outage and all that, but
Yeah, because we have the no news rule.
yes, exactly.
Thing, which mea culpa, I broke the other day by accident.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, Threads not working. Again, that happens once in a while with them. Now.
So I have my Google News up. Let me switch it to US because it's on UK right now.
Facebook and Instagram users.
But there's been a lot of things going on in the States because the Supreme Court's been busy.
Sorry, guys, I'm just checking news. Okay, that's what I'm seeing.
So Tom Guide mentioned what I was talking to you about Sora. And they said Sora just dropped some new videos that you have to see to be believed.
Okay.
Well, even the old ones were pretty amazing.
All right, good. I think we're good here. I'm just doing a quick check.
Germany urges EU expansion to counter Russia's influence. So Germany's talking about expanding the EU.
Oh.
So I don't know where or
That
what
I
kind
don't
of
know.
expansion, but that would be interesting.
All right. Okay.
Oh, they want the Western Balkan countries to join. So we have just a few countries left in
Right on here.
the Balkan Peninsula. Oh, I see. There's a little bit of flooding going on.
Yes.
So this happens sometimes. Usually, it's right around this time of year actually. So in January and February, sometimes we have flooding of this river.
Yes.
And this is kind of a small flood, but sometimes it's very big. And when we have a big flood, the water comes all the way up here.
Wow.
And then there was one year, you can imagine, the flood was so high that it went over this wall and into the streets.
Wow.
And people were like riding rowboats or whatever.
So this is really nice because I had not come down here yet on the trip.
So it's not usually this high. You can see like normally, you see we walk along here normally.
Right, these people would walk along here.
Yeah, the normal edge is over there.
Yes.
But it's overflowed. And you see we have all these boats along the river. So they serve different purposes. Some of them are people's homes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
People live in some of these
A lot
things?
of people live, not like in this one.
Right, but
there's other
further
boats
down,
where people live in. And there's others that are restaurants, that are nightclubs. They could be for anything, really.
Thank you, Janet Burnett, for the gift memberships, by the way.
Oh, now we're
Thanks,
talking.
Janet. Thanks, Janet.
Thank you. We like to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really cool down here, though. It's really, I mean, there's the river.
Yeah.
Look
But
at that.
You
Wow.
can see it's, So it's, just from somebody that lives here, this is more turbulent than usual. And it's higher. And you don't want to fall into this river because people sometimes intentionally jump in the river or fall. And lots of times people... Excuse me. I know what's going on.
That's all right.
In any case, sometimes they don't survive.
Really?
So there was actually I filmed this by coincidence a few years ago. There was a police exercise. You know how you saw that police boat? And they had a bunch of divers go into the sea, go into the river, which they do from time to time.
Yes.
And among the divers, there was one woman who never came back up.
Wow.
And so they searched and they looked for her. They couldn't find her. So, they all intentionally went into the water as a part of their mission. She didn't come up and they didn't find her. And they, scoured and looked and they just didn't find her. And then I think it was about maybe a week or 10 days later, her body turned up a little further downriver. And as it just so happened, I was walking by
when they were like there?
When her body came up.
Wow.
And so the police started, I didn't know what was going on.
You just started filming.
So I was already filming. I was just walking around like you are now.
Yep.
And then it just happened. And so then it changed from a normal walk around thing to a new scope.
By the way, Desi said hi, Euro.
Oh, hi, Des. Hi, Cheryl.
And
yeah, I have to apologize. I haven't really been.
That's all right.
I've been delinquent in my duties.
That's it. Yeah, some people saying hi to you.
The comments.
We're here with Euro Maestro. He's been so kind enough to walk with us.
I have to say, Steve's doing a much better job because he's filming and reading the comments.
Well, but I'm reading less than Euro because I'm trying to film. So it's great having Euro here. He's giving us a tour. He lives in France. He lives in Paris, and he also took me to a lovely we had hot chocolate at Angelina Paris, which was lovely. That was very nice of him. And some of you watch him stream. He does a lot of travel live streaming. Euro Maestro, EuroMaestro. You can look him up. Rothy says, I watched on Periscope from day one. I think he's talking about you.
Oh, yeah, I was on day one.
Yep, yep.
Texas Annie says the dinner cruises are amazing on the Seine.
Guys, I might try tomorrow to go on a Seine cruise, not a dinner cruise, but I'm going to try my best to get on one.
Take a look at this. You see the ladder? You can barely see it.
Oh, wow, that would normally be a ladder. Wow.
So normally you can see the ladder going all the way down, of course, and it's almost totally covered. And,
it's very neat because the whole time I've been walking up there and the river was this thing you like pointed at, But you can actually just walk down here and be right next to the river.
Oh yeah, it goes on, like I said, for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers. And on the other side too. And in the summertime...
This is exercise equipment.
This is one of them, yeah. And they have these all over the place.
Yep.
And, some of them are more elaborate than this is a pretty simple one. And they do whatever they do, like push-ups and
Someone had
squats.
asked in the chat if the river is polluted.
That's a really excellent question.
Yes.
So people used to swim in this river
Yes.
all the time. And then in 1923, they closed the river to swimming because of pollution.
Yes.
They said it was no longer safe. So when Paris won the Olympic bid, one of the things they dedicated themselves to doing was cleaning this river for the Summer Olympics so that some of the swimming events will be done in the river.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And so they managed to do it. I mean, it's like, I don't even know how much is a very expensive project, you could imagine, to both clean the river, and then not only to clean it, but then to set up the, I don't know what you call it, but like the underwater storage for when it rains, because otherwise it would get repolluted again.
Right.
So they have these huge underwater storage areas.
Oh, wow.
I forgot the name for it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was a huge project, and they finally did it. And then just this last year, they had some official swimming events for the preliminaries for the Olympics, and that's the plan, is to have
very cool
quite a few of the events in the river. So you may see them swimming there this summer, and then they've opened up some areas for the public to swim in. So a little further down this way, there is a swimming pool or a series of swimming pools in the river.
In the river?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But there's algae on the bottom.
Okay.
So if you're not used to that, you might get freaked out. But,
so just to locate people, we were back there. That's the Place de la Concorde. Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's exactly.
And
what
that's we were over in that square. The Louvre is back there. That's where we started, by the Louvre back there. And we came around here, and we did kind of a whole loop, and we went across this bridge, and we're coming back this way.
So somebody said strong current. That's right. That's the problem. That's why people die.
So I know when Margaret and I were walking around, she was noticing that the current always seemed to be very strong in this river.
The current is pretty strong. Now there's a section way up ahead where they have a canal that shoots off the river. And so that's obviously much calmer because they have locks and stuff.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be surprised if some of the events are there, but I know that they're going to have some events here because they've already had some events.
So the opening ceremony is going to be all along here. All along here. That's where the teams on the Olympics are going to be going, floating down the river here.
Yeah.
Wow, that's going to be quite a scene.
Amazing. And you can see that there's some spots that are perhaps better suited. Now this is unusual for me because this is usually a lot of people
walking around here.
Walking and rollerblading and cycling and all that type of stuff.
I can see water just came over this bridge here down there. So
it's probably because of the flooding and all this construction.
Right.
And you see there's some water.
There it is right there.
There's water taxis up there.
Oh, okay.
So that's another way you can get around the river.
Yes.
Like you mentioned the cruise, but there's also like a water taxi and they have multiple stops and you can get a hop on, hop off pass. And
I think I heard about that.
Yeah, you can use it like transport.
Yep.
Just like they have buses where hop on, hop off.
We're going to get people some live water, guys. We're going to get you some action shots of the water
This
coming
is pretty
over.
amazing, actually. I haven't seen this, so.
Get ready, guys. We got some action water shots for you. Look at this. You're seeing it. Breaking news.
Yeah. So this is so unusual for me because like I said, this basically only happens like once a year in January or February. And then depending on the year, it can be much higher or much lower. But this is...
I don't want to get you on Euro. I'm going to do this. You can go around me. Okay. Hey, Ronald came and said, there we go. You got it. Oh, no, I was saying I didn't want to get you if you were passing in front.
Well, you're doing in front, right?
Yeah, I'm shooting in front.
Yeah, so I'm shooting with you.
Okay,
I'm
good.
Standing with you.
Yeah, good. Here we go. So we got live...
Boy, Steve is really good with this camera,
live water coming over the thing here.
Need me live during the Olympics. I plan to do some live streaming during the Olympics. Maybe I'll do if there's something interesting going on in the Olympics, do a remote for your show.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I'd love to do that. That'd be really cool. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're at the Seine River, guys.
So
we're right near the Louvre.
You know, Maria Sharapova, she used to be a top tennis star.
Yes.
And a model. So I got an exclusive interview with her once. Yeah.
And you said you interviewed Christiane Amanpour.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
No, I was just thinking of sports people.
Oh, sports people, yes.
Yeah, but so Maria
Jeez,
Sharapova.
we're gonna get wet here. This is weird. Wow. This is pretty intense.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Guys, this is intense.
So now, in a
for
bad flood year, this whole thing would be covered.
Okay.
Like we couldn't walk here. So this is medium maybe.
Hey, Ronald Kame is here. Glad you caught us live. So Euro has taken us down here, and we're on the Seine River, and you can see it's kind of overflown a bit.
So we got another person streaming.
Yeah. Wow, really cool. Really cool.
Ronald says, I finally caught you, Steve, live in Paris.
Because the hours have been so weird for people. They're used to watching me at night, and then, you know, the 6-hour time difference.
I had the same problem too, because when I want to do some like early morning casts, it's really bad for my American viewers.
Yep.
But it's like great for me. So I tend to do more night ones just because it's convenient for them.
Now this is really neat here. You can look at
thumbs up for Steve and Euro Maestro for taking us on this tour.
It's like an infinity pool here. You get right up here next to the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hockey Rules has put on life jackets. Casey Jones says you can tell Euro is very proud of his city. Thank you for the tour.
That's true.
He is.
Yeah. I think
what's the black on the roof? Probably just dirt and soot or whatever.
Probably. Yeah, I really don't know, but I would suspect. But you know what happens? When we have a really big flood, like even higher than this, you'll see all kinds of like trees and dirt and leaves and stuff.
Yes.
Because what happens is, you know, some parts of the river there's, you know, mud banks or whatever.
Yep.
But when there's a high river, it takes all that stuff, picks it up. So you'll see logs and stuff coming.
You know what's neat is when you're walking down here, it says the name of each bridge when you pass by.
That's right, yeah.
So that's really cool.
Yeah, they like...
So this is the Pont Bridge?
It says Pont is bridge.
Pont, so Pont de la Concorde, because that's Place de Concorde,
that's right?
So this bridge leads... Okay.
A lot of the bridges are named very much for where they are.
Very cool.
So you have like the Notre Dame Bridge because it goes to Notre Dame.
Okay, nice.
And so the trick for anybody in the chat about reading French, basically we don't pronounce the last letter of words.
So it's pont, right?
Pont.
Because I always do that, and I just started realizing, no, you don't pronounce, often you don't pronounce the last letter. That was a big difficulty for me.
Yeah, so it's not always the case, because sometimes some letters we do pronounce, but the general rule is you don't pronounce the last letter.
Right.
Sometimes it's the last 3 or 4 letters.
Cool.
So it just depends. There's a European flag, which you'll see everywhere because we're in the EU.
Oops, there's a car down here.
So you'll tend to see this flag probably much more than you'll see the French flag. But sometimes you see both. Like on these boats, you notice they have both.
Ah, nice, neat.
And then you have the Orangerie. Oh, I don't know if you've ever been to the Orangerie.
You know, I don't think I've ever. That's the one with Monet's. Right.
Yeah.
And I've never been there.
And they're
the panoramic one. All the
way. They're panoramic and they're curved.
Yes. Which building is that?
It's called the Orangerie.
But which building of yours?
Oh, it's right over there.
Oh, that's the Orangerie right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then further up, we'll have the rest of the Louvre.
Nice. Look at the car on the back of that.
Where?
The boat. See it right across? There's a little car on the back.
I don't see it, but yeah, that's
there's a boat right here. Look at the back.
I trust you.
You can't see. Look at the back and look 10 feet up.
I don't see. I trust
I'm gonna point it out.
I believe you.
Right there. Hold on. Right. Hold on. I'm gonna show you. Hold on.
Okay. Oh, you're right. Oh, now I see it.
See the car?
I just wasn't looking in the right spot. I was looking all over.
Euro thought I was making up that there was a car
I trusted
on the boat.
you. I was like, yeah. Lots of times you'll see cars on boats.
You think that's a real car?
Yeah, I suspect probably. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, like I said before, like some of these are just homes, and they have little gardens on them. And,
that's really interesting.
And lots of times they'll have like parties and stuff going on.
Oh.
And let's say if I'm walking by, sometimes they'll just invite me. They'll say, "Oh, come on up." Like I don't know these people. They're just like.
So if we were here during the summer and it was warm out, there would be a lot of people down here, you think?
Normally there's always people here. So I really don't know why there's not people here.
Yes.
It might be because of the flooding or the construction.
Yes.
Well, it's a little weird not to see people. But yeah, in the summer there should be a lot of people. But it's true, there's not a lot of people out. Maybe it's just too cold for people, I don't know. But look at the buildings are pretty nice, right?
Oh, I mean, that's one of my favorite parts of being here is walking around seeing these amazing buildings everywhere. It's incredible.
Yeah, yeah.
And not just like in the tourist areas, like all around. So many great buildings. So pretty.
So these are all the water taxis that I told you about. So it's called bateau bus.
Bateau bus.
Like a bus.
Yes.
So it's a boat
So you buy
bus.
a pass and you can get off and on them.
Yes. Usually you buy a pass for like the day, let's say.
Hop on,
unlimited
hop off.
travel, and you
Yep.
you go to the Louvre and go to the
Very cool.
Arc de Triomphe and back down to Notre Dame and don't have to walk.
Yep.
So like Steve and I like to walk around, but
Yes.
some people don't like to walk as much.
They have a
So you don't
restaurant
have to-
down here.
People are at work. So somebody said people at work.
Yes.
So yeah, I think contrary to popular opinion, there are some people that actually work in France.
No.
Because we have in Europe in general, not just France, we have a lot of time for holiday,
Yes.
which is not as common
Yes,
in the U.S. So by law, we have to have a minimum of 6 weeks,
Okay.
and so you get that from day one.
Yep.
So you could be, minimum wage worker at McDonald's, just started.
Wow.
Day one,
You
you
get 6
start off
weeks.
with your 6 weeks paid vacation.
Wow.
But in addition to that, of course, you have the paid holidays, which is usually about 10 or so. But then, this is, I think, the real difference, is for one thing, we have unlimited sick days. So I think in the US, it's like limited to a certain
It's
number.
not limited.
So we are unlimited, and they're paid. So
Wow.
if you get sick,
Get a note from a doctor or something like that?
you do have to have a note from a doctor.
Right.
But if you're legitimately sick,
Yep.
you could be out for a week or 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
And the best thing is, if you get sick during your vacation,
Yes.
you get all those days
Oh,
back
wow.
to your vacation.
Wow.
So if you're on a 2-week vacation
Wow.
in Hawaii or whatever,
Yep.
and you get sick the second week, you
Yep.
get that week back.
Yep.
So it's good. And I know a lot of Americans are surprised about it, but if you think about it logically, if you're sick, they're not really vacation days, right? They should be kind of sick days.
Yes.
So you get those
Texas
vacation
Andy
back.
says, "Oh, okay, Maestro, you can stop now."
Oh, am I
LOL.
selling too hard?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
by the
sorry,
way,
guys.
What is that building up there? Have I seen that? And I
That's
just
the
don't like-
Louvre.
Oh, the big. Okay, that's part of the Louvre up there. Okay.
Yeah, that's part of the
Right.
Louvre.
All right.
Yeah, sorry guys, sorry about that. No,
So now this is
but the
flooded
reason why
here.
Hudson has
We
this
can't even.
part-
We're gonna have to walk on the
Yeah,
grass.
so normally this is very wide, like out to probably about there or so.
Right.
Like right up to the boats. Normally you could walk.
So guys, we're gonna have to walk up here because the river is so high.
yeah, it's
that
crazy
we
high,
have
right?
to. Can we even get out this way? See, I bet we might not
hope
be able
so.
to. We
Maybe
might have to walk back, guys.
That explains maybe why there aren't
Yes.
so many people.
See, this is why, because I looked
'Cause
over
these people
earlier.
are a little smarter than us.
And this is
But-
why I was like, why are people going down there? Because I would look down sometimes and it'd be like
Yeah.
this. So I don't even know if we're going to get
yeah,
out this
because
way.
look, normally this is a dining area.
Oh my gosh. All
so
right.
you can see the difference. So
We might be walking backwards in a second.
We might have to walk back, which is not the end of the world.
No.
But you
Well,
can see the stairs.
Yes.
So that explains. We
There
finally
we go.
had the answer to
No,
Steve's
you're right.
question.
Because why would people be walking up and
Because
down?
normally people are walking up and down.
Okay, well, we're
so
gonna have
this
to-
is why they're not walking up and down because you literally can't.
Yes. So guys, we're gonna have to walk. We're gonna have to go up the other way.
Yeah,
Look at this.
which is okay. Well, I just
The
want
ducks
to see
like
how
it.
deep it is. But
Right, because no one will be walking
No
this
one-
way.
no one will wanna
because you
bother,
can't
right?
walk this way.
yeah, nobody wants to get wet.
Wow.
But this is normally a great spot to see swans and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's funny. So we have to walk back.
We'll have to walk
But
back.
yeah, you're right. That's the.
But there's some
that's the
famous
explanation.
bridges down this way. Well, this one's pretty nice. This is normally, how do you explain it? It's a 2-story bridge. So
Okay.
you can cross up there, or normally you could
Oh,
cross
okay.
down here as well, and then they meet up there.
That's interesting. So
And
you
then
could
you
go
could go
from.
down-
I mean, that just shows you how flooded it is. That's an entrance to the bridge down there, a pedestrian
Yeah.
entrance. But you
Yeah,
obviously-
normally this whole area.
Yeah.
Actually, you can see there where the normal split is. It's on the other side of
Yeah.
those
Wow.
where those boats are. So this is a pretty good pretty good flood.
See, Deanna May said, are the people on the bridge thinking, oh, those are lost tourists? So when I was up there and I saw people like down here, I was like, who are those weird people like hanging out, sketchy people hanging out down here?
Yeah, well,
yeah. So, well, that was interesting.
yeah.
Sorry, I think we're.
Well, you know, it was funny because I was debating as we were walking this way, should we continue this way?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of interesting things down that way. But on the other hand, you wanted to see the Champs-Élysées, so you could save that for tomorrow if you have time.
That's fine.
But if you have time, if you're in the Notre Dame area, just go down.
Yes.
And it's much nicer
it's
than
nicer
this.
there, okay.
Oh, yeah, it's nicer. They have all little stands to do stuff. Can you explain the rings on the walls? So the rings on the wall, I don't see them right here, but there are these giant metal rings at different places, and that was for the boats to anchor themselves. Or what? Yeah, here's one right here.
Right there.
Yeah. So I'm not a marine person,
boats, right?
But they would tie into that.
These
somehow.
could be very old. These rings.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's very, very old. But yeah, that's what they were used for. I don't know if they're still used that way, but they definitely were very popular at one time.
Here we go.
Walking on, we are walking on the grass because the entire sidewalk is flooded. So normally we would be walking on the pavement, but it's like being at the beach now. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you.
What?
In the summertime, they actually bring in sand.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Really? For down here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
So on this area, they have like sand, and they bring in the lounge chairs for the sands and the umbrellas and all that. And,
should we go up here? Or which way do you want to go?
Whichever way you want.
We'll go up this way.
Okay, sure.
That's really neat.
Saw this. Yeah.
So you can put sand. They put sand down here.
They put sand down here. So there's the beach. They call it Paris plage. Plage is French for beach, and they have little concerts and all kinds of events to go with the beach.
Now, let me just check real quick. I'm checking the Layla, who I'm meeting next. She said,
"Should we go this way?"
Oh yes, that's fine. Either is fine with me. So,
well, I wanted to show you the Champs-Élysées.
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be great. So
and you got your staircase. You see over here to your left.
Oh wow, that's incredible. That's great.
Like a little bell.
So Layla says, "Enjoy your stream with Euro, and message me when you're finished." So
Dodgy Gift says, "Make a canoe."
So what we're gonna do is, guys watching, Euro's gonna take me over to Champs-Élysées, and then I'm gonna meet Cupcake after that.
That's great.
And
do you know where you're meeting her?
No, I'm just gonna message her, and then later tonight I got to be back because I got to cover Super Tuesday.
You're working tonight.
Yeah, starting around midnight I'm gonna cover that. So it's a whole busy thing, but this has been great. So let me actually, maybe I'll message Cupcake. Guys, has Cupcake been in the chat? Because if not, I'll message her.
I haven't seen her.
But I assume she knows we're streaming. So
Spock says go fishing. If I see her, I'll mention it. But I haven't seen Cupcake. But you message her on X or?
Yeah, I'm gonna message her on Gmail. So guys, I'm just holding this.
You want me to hold this in the meantime?
So guys, I'm leaving. Euro is in control of the camera right now, so be careful. I'm just messaging Layla.
Do you want me to film you or the?
Oh, you can just go whatever you want. Doesn't matter to me.
Okay, I'll just show them the panorama. Double X says Cupcake blocked you.
What?
Double X there says Cupcake blocked you.
Okay, yeah.
I'm sure she's joking. Ellen G says definitely cool to meet up with subscribers. Stephen Morgan says this has been brilliant. It's kind of nice reading the comments on the screen like this. So
yeah.
You guys may remember this building up here on the left. We talked about it earlier. This is the Assemblée Nationale, and this is the French Parliament, and where the French Prime Minister works. Raven Riley says this has been amazing.
Yeah, it's been really fun. I really appreciate Euro. It's been so nice of him to take us around, and I mean, it's just invaluable having a knowledgeable person who lives here and is so good about at streaming to tell us to tell us everything.
Well, like I told you.
National Assembly, by the way.
Yeah, that's the Assemblée Nationale. So the National Assembly. That's the Parliament. So this would be like equivalent to the U.S. Congress, sort of. And this is where they make French laws. And they just passed a big new law. France became the first country in the world to put abortion rights into the Constitution. So they just did that.
Oh, it's into the Constitution.
Yeah, it's a constitutional right. It's the only country in the world. Lots of countries have it as a right, but this is a constitutional right now. They had to amend the Constitution to do that.
It's a very pretty building.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
All right, so give me 1 sec. I'll grab it back here.
Yeah, sure.
It's really nice. I hadn't even walked by this building.
You're getting a lot of compliments, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't read them all, but
it's it's great. Well, not me, we.
Someone was saying they were expecting a heavy French accent, and I'm happy to say I have no accent. I speak English.
Yes.
Just okay, no?
It's a très bien.
A very good English. Me speak. He's very passionate. Yeah, that is true. I get passionate sometimes when, I think you do too. Like when you see something you really like, or So that's where we were earlier.
That's where we were earlier, and we're heading back over. This
Quai
is
d'Orsay. So you always have the name. And another nice thing about Paris street signs, maybe you noticed this.
Yes.
They have always, it's covered.
The arrondissement.
The arrondissement, so you always know where you are. They have the name, but then they also have the reason why it has this name.
Okay, and
so it gives the explanation. So in other words, this person had this position from 1700, 1708. So a lot of the places
had the position?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
So lots of times you'll see, I'll point out some others. You'll see it'll say like writer,
very
born
cool.
this year, died this year,
Very
or
cool.
scientist, politician, or whatever they were known for.
And K is like this area?
This is the K. So whenever you have next to a river like this, you have the K.
Okay.
Also, the train tracks. So you have the K on either side of the tracks. It's where you stand next to something.
Oh, okay.
So I think in English for the subway you say platform.
Yes.
You're on the platform. So we would say K. And this, I don't know, how do you call this in English?
Like this area?
The area next to a river.
I mean,
like the riverbank.
Yeah, it's weird. Like I don't know if there's like a word that everybody uses in English for this area, like walkway. Or I don't know if it's a wharf or a river walk, but it's not like, I don't think you'd have a sign calling it that in the U.S.
Because we have like 3 different words for this, depending on which part you want to talk about. So we have one for like the riverbank itself.
Yes, where we just were.
Yeah. And then we have one for like this area next to it,
right,
which is the berge. And then we also have this area, which is the quai.
Okay.
French is peculiar like that. Sometimes we have a lot of words.
What is all those buildings up there?
Where?
Is that like is that up on a hill, or is that just me? You see, like I'm just seeing a bunch of buildings in the distance, like on the skyline back there.
Oh, you know why? Because the river meanders.
Yes.
So it turns up here.
Right.
So it just happens to be, it's these buildings.
I'm seeing the buildings on the side of the river up there.
Right.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's just because the river itself turns.
Yes.
So this part of the river we're looking at is kind of on the north side, but it meanders and it's on the south side on the other side, because it's like, if you look on the map, you'll see it curves all around this.
I see.
This area. But we solved the mystery of why is there no people on this area that's normally crowded.
Yes.
And
so I see, I couldn't even really notice this down there. This looks like some kind of restaurant or something, this thing here.
So normally...
They can't even be open now.
Well, this is the thing. Normally, not only do you have these restaurants, but there's other restaurants on this side.
Right.
And but like there's nothing here now. So that's why I came down here. I was hoping to see all the activities.
Yes.
But it makes sense. It's
I'm sorry, Euro, what is this here?
So that's a government building. Oh, okay. I think that's the Quai d'Orsay. So that's like the State Department.
Oh, here for France, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can tell right away it's a governmental building.
Yes.
Because you have a EU flag
Yes.
and a French flag.
Yeah.
So usually whenever you see both
And they have
flags,
a
that means it could be a high school, but it's some type of government building.
Yes.
So yeah. So you know about like metonymy, like when you use a word
Yes.
to describe something else.
Yes.
So like the White House, you know, when
Yes.
you mean the president of government.
Yes.
So in French we say Quai d'Orsay, which is the name of this road.
But it's the building.
But it also means like the State Department, this
Yep.
building. So you can use it in both senses. And there's the Invalides in the distance there.
Yep. And we got more of these police vans here,
Yes.
but not with their sirens on. We've seen a bunch of those today.
Yeah. So the no sirens is a good sign.
You know, I get confused here because I see these taxis with the red lights on them, and I think they're police cars, but
So-
they're just taxis.
Yeah, so you know what the red light means?
No, what does red mean?
So this is good to know because the tourists have a problem. The red light means
Yes.
that taxi is not available.
Okay.
So no bother trying to wave that guy
Okay,
down.
okay.
So I've seen people like waving furiously and all these taxis passing and they're all
Yes,
upset.
okay.
So I tell them it's like he's not going to stop. He has someone. So there's another one over here. So what you need is a green one.
So someone said, how long am I going to be here? I'm going to be here till Thursday, but just Thursday morning. So basically tomorrow's my last day, and I'll be doing some touring around stuff tomorrow, and then that's it. So
Are you leaving from Charles de Gaulle?
Charles de Gaulle, yep.
Okay.
I'm going to be taking the train there, and sadly, it's coming to an end, but it's been so fun.
Which airline are you flying on? if you
Delta
wanna say?
flies back and forth
Oh.
between Boston. It's the only nonstop.
Delta's nice.
Yeah, it was good on the way
So
here.
Delta's partners with KLM and
Okay.
Air France.
Margaret said the food going back was not nearly as good as the food coming here was quite good.
Oh, good.
She said the food going back was not as good.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason,
Well, some of those, because you know they're partner airlines now.
right? So I don't.
So
right.
sometimes it says Delta,
Yeah.
but it's really Air France
Yes,
or
yes.
KLM.
So it's definitely Delta,
All-
the one we flew over here.
Yeah.
So which way should we walk?
We can walk back up there and go down up the Champs-Élysées.
Okay.
So there's a undercover cop car, or not undercover, but unmarked.
Right. So we're heading over to where the Arc is.
You know, I forgot to bring. I have those battery packs that.
Oh, do you need? I have it.
No,
Are you running low?
Yeah,
I can give you one.
No, I switch phones.
I have two.
Oh, I got phone.
Okay, because I have one if you need one.
Yeah.
Got two in here.
I usually bring them with me.
Yeah.
And they're nice.
Yeah, I was.
They just yeah.
So what Euro's talking about is you get these battery packs which power your phone. That's the only reason I can
And they're
stream right now.
magnetic, and they.
Oh, you got the ones that go on the back.
They
yeah,
just
so
go
I
on the
just
back.
have the ones that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they just.
I can't use the one on the back because I
not an
can't.
phone. Yeah.
I can't put it won't fit on the gimbal.
Right.
I wish there was a way I could do it, but it won't fit on the
Yeah,
gimbal
yeah,
that
yeah.
way. So when I want to power up, I can't. I gotta
It's
put the phone
difficult.
down. But that's
You
how
would need some type of
I actually
bypass.
I
You
have
one?
an adapter that
Oh,
you
do
can
you?
plug this into with the
Yeah.
sound and the power.
Yeah, I have. I had an old one for.
Yes.
Did the same thing for audio.
Yes. So I had to get that.
But those magnetic ones are nice.
Yeah,
They're just there, and then you just slip them off, and you don't
Right.
mind. You don't mind long live streams, do you?
Oh, I don't mind live streams.
Oh, okay.
The only issue with long live streams sometimes is the battery dies down.
Yeah.
But after the first live stream today, I was able to power this phone up. So let me just check the battery here.
Yeah.
But it's still at 54, so we're good.
Oh, so you're
but
good.
that's the reason I had a battery pack. So
Yeah.
I like him. He is risen says thank you for everything. We're here with Euro Maestro, who lives here, and he is a veteran travel live streamer, among other things. And a lot of you know who he is. And he's been really generous and nice enough to show us around today. And he's taken us over to Champs-Élysées, which I'm pronouncing wrong, I'm sure.
So see how paranoid I am. I bring two of everything.
Oh, you have two. I sort of
everything.
I have two of the mics. Oh, you have
Yeah.
two headphones with you.
I got two watches.
Euro has two watches on, guys.
I always bring a minimum of two.
He has two watches and
yeah.
two sets of earphones. He is
Yeah.
prepared.
Yeah, two phones.
And two phones. Well, I have two phones too. So
Yeah, you do too. Yeah. But like I didn't bring my iPads, but I always bring like two iPads when I'm doing my.
Yeah. Oh, when you do your.
Yeah, because
you bring iPads
I'm
with you when you
always
stream?
afraid of running out of battery,
Yes.
and so I always like to have a backup. And then I use the backup, and then the other one's charging while I'm
Right.
using the backup.
Right.
So So ideally,
it's good to have extra. Kinetic says, thank you so much, Euro Maestro.
oh sure.
And the nice thing today is we have, yes, Euro is bilingual, he's multilingual, as Hockey Rule says. And the reason you guys can hear Euro is we have this, I have a microphone set up that has
Steve
two,
has a great setup.
it's two receivers. So Euro and I are both wearing a microphone and they're both connected to the phone, which is fantastic because you guys can hear both of us talking. We're not both talking into the same microphone. So it's actually really a good setup.
So you can kind of see it. We probably don't want to walk over there, but there's a very interesting sculpture. Can you see it over there?
Oh, that over there with the
Yeah,
colors and stuff
yeah.
up, and I'll let them.
If you want, we can walk to it. It's not far. But
Well,
it's up to you.
we'll just. I think at this point probably better to head over
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Champs-Élysées. Yeah.
But at a time,
Yes, I
you
would
should
love to
walk
go
over
see
there.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It's a shame.
It's a modern.
We're at the time of the trip where I'm trying to rush to get everything done.
Who is this statue of?
That is. I'm looking. Is it Churchill? I'm looking.
Yeah.
It is Churchill. Hold on. I can't. We're going to get run over right now, aren't we?
Well, we're free and we're safe in the middle.
Oh, okay. Good.
But you can
That's
show
the
'em
Churchill statue right there.
So you have Churchill over here. You got Roosevelt.
I have a question for you, Euro. So when you cross the street here,
Yeah.
it'll be green light.
Yeah.
The green. Oh, sorry. It'll be the green walk.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it turns red. Now, it doesn't blink, does it? Because I've seen it just turn red, and I'm like, well, I didn't know it was turning red. And, because like,
yeah.
why doesn't it
You're
blink?
used to it blinking first?
Yes.
Yeah. That's a good question. It might not. Now it's green.
Oh, thanks. Hey, Desi gave a super sticker. She's I don't know if
Des is great.
Is Des a she or he? I don't even know. 'Cause
It's a she.
And she's a big fan of yours.
She is. She's based out of Kansas.
Okay.
And she's a cyclist.
Oh, nice.
And she occasionally live streams. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, she's a great viewer. She was born in Paris,
Oh, wow.
but she lived in the States and has lived in the States for a long, long time. But her mom still lives here in Paris. So remember I was telling you about how you have those skyscrapers next to the Eiffel Tower?
Yes.
So her mom lives on one of those
Oh, cool.
skyscrapers.
Hey, everybody. We also really appreciate our moderators, Raven Riley, Kay Body, BZ, David Green, Big Ball of Yarn, and all of our other moderators. Euro, how many languages do you speak, says Moonbeam Streams?
Well, I usually say almost one. 'Cause I'm working on that first one.
No,
still.
first of all, I clearly know that Euro speaks English and French, so I can vouch for that.
Yeah. So, I speak English and French reasonably well. I've studied some other languages, some of which I used to speak really well. But, when you don't use them as much.
Right.
But I used to speak Russian.
And just to repeat, if people want to follow you on Twitter, X, it's at Euro Maestro, and that's at EuroMaestro.
That's right.
And on YouTube, you have a channel, and you're going to be doing more stuff there, and it's Euro Maestro on YouTube.
Yeah, I want to start following Steve's lead, and
hey, you should
start doing more stuff on YouTube, because I travel a lot and stuff, and why not share it?
El Canuck said, "Are you going to the Princess Di Tunnel?"
I wasn't planning on it.
No.
So what I did.
I don't even know where that is relation to we
But
are.
you know what I did? Was it? We could.
We don't have to. It was just something that I want to throw
I'll
that.
send you directions if
Right.
you want to go tomorrow.
But just
so it's quite nice. So you haven't been to Place Vendôme yet, have you? So we were quite close to it earlier.
okay. That's on the other side of the.
So that's my fault. My apologies, because we were actually quite close to it.
That's all right.
And I should have thought about
We've
taking
seen
a
so
detour.
much. It's okay.
But you see the Ritz there, and
I feel like maybe I was over there before.
Oh,
maybe when I was walking around or
you
something.
might have been. And that's where Lady Di stayed on her last night in Paris when she was killed.
Okay.
And she was staying at the Ritz, and she came right over here to where we were.
Yep.
Driving along this highway here,
Yes.
and there's a tunnel not far from here.
Okay.
And that's where her chauffeur collided into a column when they were being chased by paparazzi on motorcycles.
Now I know Clemenceau is a former French leader, right? This is Place
exactly. So
Clemenceau.
there's a Clemenceau statue. I think that might be it over there. I'm not sure. But yeah, we have a Thomas Jefferson statue in Paris. We got a George Washington.
Is there Ben Franklin here somewhere?
Not that I know of, but I imagine there must be.
Yeah.
So I don't. I'll have to find out where that one is. But there's definitely Thomas Jefferson, and Franklin obviously was very popular here. And they both lived here for quite a while. And we have a metro station up here called Franklin Delano Roosevelt Station. Yeah. So it's actually going to be the next metro station after this one.
So we're back at the Champs-Élysées, right?
Yes.
And this leads down to the Arc, which was where we're going to go.
So for the French students in the audience, there's a very famous song called Aux Champs-Élysées.
Okay.
That
I have a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
So I feel, Euro, in my week here, that I have noticed, it seems to me at night, I like this. It seems to me that at night, there are way more people I see on the street than like during the daytime. Is it because they're working, or do people just go out at night here?
Well, that's what I was saying earlier, contrary to the popular opinion.
Right, people do work.
There are some people that work here.
Yes. Because
not very many.
Because I've seen a number of neighborhoods where you go at night and it's just like packed.
Yeah. Because we have the 35-hour work week.
Okay.
And a lot of Europe is now saying that we should perhaps reduce it to 30 hours. So they've started that in some of the Scandinavian countries. Mm-hmm. And then one of the big things they're talking about in France now is maybe moving to a 4-day week.
Okay.
So they've been doing experiments. And so there's already quite a few people already doing that. So it's not official yet, but quite a few people are doing it anyways. But they're thinking about maybe making that official.
Okay.
And they got various implementations of it. So some people are working 4 days a week, 1 week.
Right.
And then 5 days the next week, so they're doing a 4.5. And then some people are just doing 4 days all the time. There's every variation. And some people, they work 4 days, have a 3-day weekend. And then other people are taking Wednesday off.
Okay.
So they work 2 days, Wednesday off, 2 days, and then 2 days off.
Texas Annie is following you on Twitter, by the way. She says
that. Thank you, Texas Annie. Yep. And that's how our schools work, by the way. So our schools have Wednesday off. So on Wednesday, sometimes you'll notice lots of kids.
That's because do schools have Wednesday off?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. A long time ago, it used to be Thursdays.
Didn't know that.
Like,
so the kids go 4 days a week?
Generation, it was,
I had no idea.
Yeah. Some schools now have been experimenting doing 4.5 days, and they do a half day, they do Wednesday morning, and have Wednesday afternoon, but a lot of the other schools just have the whole day off.
Okay.
So there's a whole industry in France of what to do with kids on Wednesdays.
Very interesting.
Yeah, because there's all kinds of extracurricular activities built on, taking care of all those 6-year-olds and 8-year-olds.
Yep.
And people hire babysitters and nannies and all kinds of things to, because some people are still working on that Wednesday. So
very neat.
Yeah.
So the Champs-Élysées, is this the beginning of the shopping area, or is that
the shopping area is going to start right there?
Oh, okay. I see. I was thinking it was after the Arc, but it's right here.
No, it's going to start right here.
I don't think I've ever been down here.
So we'll see Gucci first.
Okay.
So over here we have what's called the Golden Triangle, because this street on the left.
Yes.
You'll see it at nighttime. It's all lit up. All the major fashion houses have a store down this street.
Okay.
So you name a thing, it's there.
Yep.
So there's Prada, there's Gucci, there's any fashion name you can think of has a house.
And for people who don't know, this area is known for high-end stores, right?
This is all high-end.
Yep.
The Golden Triangle.
Yes.
Now the Champs-Élysées has a mix.
Yes.
So on one side of the street is kind of high-end, and the other street is kind of popular.
Right. Probably one of the more famous shopping streets in the world.
Yeah, I mean, Parisians like to say,
yes,
maybe a little arrogant,
yes,
they call it the most beautiful avenue in the world. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if everybody agrees with that, but it's definitely a big avenue. We can go around this way.
Okay.
And you can see some of the stores. So the first store we're going to see is Gucci. which is right on the corner here.
Okay, we're at the Gucci store. I can see that.
Yeah.
Nice. Now we'll cross over here.
And then the street on the left, which
Okay.
we won't go down, but it's a famous street, has all the other stores. Any name you can think of is
I see
down there.
sneakers in here on the wall
Yeah,
and
sure.
stuff. Yep. Fancy sneakers, guys.
You can get fancy sneakers. It's funny because most of all the big names
Yes.
all have sneakers. So you can get a Louis Vuitton sneaker if you
Yep.
want. So it's not just bags.
Okay, now I'm sorry, you were saying this street, there's stores down here too?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can see some of them.
Okay,
Like you'll notice there's Givenchy, there's everything.
okay. Yep.
And some of them also, in addition to the store, have like a little museum.
Oh, nice,
So if you go down there, yeah, because some of them are famous for their history.
nice. Once again, we've had this several times today where it's like partly sunny and like raining at the same time.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really normally rain there that long.
It's not so bad though.
Nope.
But you can see, oh, and then you have a very famous hotel, a couple of famous hotels in there. So you have what's called the Georges V, so the Georges V, and then you have the Plaza.
Okay.
Just like in New York, you have the Plaza.
Okay.
So we have a Plaza Athénée. So a very fancy hotel.
It seemed like there was a bunch of high-end hotels near the Louvre. Am I right?
yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
So there's
we
an
ha-
Adidas store over there.
Yeah.
Right, okay, fine.
So we have a lot of. Oh, and this is an auction house.
Oh, right here.
You know, like you have Christie's.
Yes, this is one.
Yeah. So.
Wow, nice.
So if you want to buy something very interesting, you can come
It's
to
called
the
Arc
auction
de
house.
Triomphe.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So guys, we're about to go down the famous shopping street.
Yes.
Champs-Élysées, am I pronouncing that right? I'm probably
That's
not.
perfect.
Okay. So
Yeah. So the trick to pronouncing this is when you see the name here.
oh, yes.
So here's the actual street. So the rond-point, that's a rond-point is a what do you call that in English? The roundabout.
Yes.
So the traffic circle, that's the traffic circle, and this is the street. So the key to pronouncing this is you don't pronounce the M, the P, or the S.
Okay. Champs-Élysées. Well,
Yeah.
I thought isn't there an S between? You don't say it's
Well, you say the S
Yes.
because we have a thing in French
With the
called
vowel.
liaison. Yes, because the letter after starts with E, then we do say it.
okay. So it's Champs-Élysées.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
that makes more sense.
Yeah, but if there was not a word after it, we would just say
Okay.
champ.
Okay. Lots of silent letters in French.
Lots of silent letters.
Oh, I see a neat kind of building here with the polygons on the edge.
Oh
of it.
yeah, yeah. And you know another thing we have over here is, speaking of hotels, there's a hotel over here. I think it's over here somewhere. Oh, there's two hotels. There's the Clay Ridge, but then there's also a Marriott.
Oh, okay.
And
I don't think I was in
and
France.
they have all the prices on the outside of the wall, so you can know how much
Oh, okay.
the rooms are. But basically, it's like around 1,500.
And this RH Paris is a store, I assume.
Yeah. Now
Okay.
this used to be the Abercrombie and Fitch store,
Oh, okay.
but it's being renovated.
So
But when it was the Abercrombie and Fitch store, you had the entrance here with these big gates. Of course, you didn't have any of this.
yep.
Usually, you had like a very hot model standing
standing there, yeah.
yeah, at the entrance.
Yep.
And then they had this. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it's like all greenery
Okay.
that leads to the building. And then the inside was amazing because it's like a 5-story atrium.
Right.
You know,
This is really cool. I think even the one time I came here like 25 years ago, I don't think I ever went down the street. So it's really neat for me to see this.
yeah. I mean, yeah. It's an interesting street.
Now it probably looks even better with the leaves on the trees, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, without all this construction, but you can see like the sidewalks are very wide.
Yes.
On both sides it's like this. And then in the middle you also have like, I think it's 8 lanes now.
Yep.
So
And so people
used to
can
be
see.
more.
So people can see we got a Lululemon over there. We got a Foot Locker over there.
Yeah.
We got Lacoste over there.
right.
So it's just
And
probably all the major
kind
brands
of the
here.
odd thing you have here is you also have car stores. So we'll pass by some.
there's car stores on the
Yeah,
avenue.
and so like they have big glass windows and they have all the cars. And you can go right inside, and then
wow.
sometimes they'll have like Formula One cars on display.
Is this a car store right here?
Could be.
Might be. Thanks, guys, for being here.
Oh yeah,
and walking with us on our. I get so interested in listening to what Euro is saying. I forget we have the viewers saying stuff too.
Yeah, we got to keep track of the viewers. So there's a Lacoste store.
Yep.
Let me see what they say. Like Silent K and Knife. That's a good point. So
there used to be lots of cinemas, ZZ Fly says.
Oh, yes, that's true.
And they're not here anymore? Yeah.
Not as many. There's still some cinemas, but before there used to be a ton of cinemas.
Okay.
And there used to be more car stores. So there used to be a Mercedes-Benz across the street that shut down. So this is a very small one. This is Renault. So most of the car stores are much, much bigger.
Okay.
And they'll even have like museums and stuff to do in the interior.
This is a little more lively than I thought it would be over here. I thought it would be kind of like just lifeless or whatever, but there's a lot of people out walking around.
Considering
here.
It's a rainy day, yeah. When the weather's better, it's a lot more people.
Oh, it's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I know, it's there's a whole school of thinking which is just like, well, it's kind of touristy. You don't have to do it, and I understand that, but it does seem like a cool place to go and see.
Well, there are some still fun things. There's like little museums here. There's one, I guess it's a little further down, Alfa Romeo, and it's like maybe like 3 stories, but they have their cars. But they also show their old cars.
Okay.
They explain like the whole history. Okay. So if you're really in a car buff,
it's a good place to
like
go.
Some of these places. There's a Tesla not too.
I got a Five Guys here. Somebody asked you, what is the minimum wage in France? We got a question.
So the minimum wage is just under $2,000.
Cross one. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Is it per month? You're saying?
Yeah, per month.
Yeah.
So people here are paid monthly. So I think in the States it's bi-weekly.
Weekly, yes.
Right? Weekly or bi-weekly. Yes. Whereas here we're paid once a month, which I find very convenient because most of the bills are once a month. So it ties in. But here's the Five Guys.
Yep.
Relatively new. I can't remember how many years now.
Have you been? I never did it when I was here, but I know there are some Paris-based burger places that are local. Have you been to any of them and they're good?
Absolutely.
Yep.
So you see it's multiple stories.
Yep.
And I came here when they first opened up. I'd never been to a Five Guys before.
Yes.
So I was quite surprised because the first thing I noticed is you see like maybe 30 people behind the counter all working and doing, I was like, wow.
Must be a popular Five Guys.
Well, yeah, because I'm used to seeing like, most fast food, you have like 2 people. You don't see, but there it's all open space.
Yes.
So you just see everybody working. I was like, wow, I didn't realize it takes that many people to make a burger.
So we have here like a shoe place.
Yes, the Weston. So you have a lot of like these high-end places. You have
Tiffany over there.
You can have breakfast there.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm joking.
I know.
There's a film, Breakfast
Tiffany's. But I know, like in the U.S., there's some stores where you can have. There's one. There's a. What is the one in Beverly Hills? They have like a cafe there, and you can actually. eat there.
Yes. But it has nice jewelry in the store, in the windows. You can do a lot of window shopping. And we have. So you might be familiar with the Moulin Rouge.
Yes, I didn't make it over there though. That's by Montmartre area or something.
Yeah,
like that?
Exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
On your next trip, we have to do Montmartre.
Well, I did. We walked around there a bit.
Oh, you did? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
We went to this. Oh, you like this? We went to the cemetery.
Oh, nice.
We walked the cemetery.
Which cemetery?
And they wouldn't let anybody in.
Montparnasse?
It's the one. No, in Montmartre, it's about 15 minutes away from the Sacré-Cœur. You walk down, and there's a Montmartre cemetery. It's a big cemetery there.
Montmartre Cemetery. Okay.
Yeah, and then they wouldn't let anybody in because they said it's too windy, and you have to wait 40 minutes because the trees are going to blow down or something.
Okay.
So
next time you come back, I'll take you to another cemetery. It's called Père Lachaise.
Is that the one where Jim Morrison is?
Jim Morrison.
A number of the viewers have talked about that.
Oh yeah, I used to do live streams there.
Oh wow.
And I didn't do one at first, and I did one, right?
Yep.
And I was so surprised. It was incredibly popular because I was thinking,
so people were all
who's going to watch it?
Yes.
Walking around Seine? But it turned out just to be the opposite. It turned out to be one of the more successful ones. People were fascinated because there's so many different famous people and stuff.
Next time I come, this is Rolex, by the way.
So there's Edith Piaf, there's Jim Morrison, all these famous writers.
I'm going to show people some of this stuff just so they can see it. Here, guys, we're at the Rolex store if you want to see the Rolexes.
Oh, yeah. So this is one of the things, Champs-Élysées is famous for the window shopping.
Yep.
So you don't have to have tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars. But occasionally, you'll see some celebrities coming here. It's quite fun.
Neat.
So I caught two guys once, Americans. I don't know who they were. They must have been rappers or something. But they had a Ferrari here with American plates. Served very well.
And can I ask you, La Durée?
Yeah. So here's
this is
La
a
Durée.
chocolate place or something.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate here.
So what it's famous for?
Yes.
The thing it's most famous for is its macaron.
Macaron, yeah.
And so you can see here in the window these little macaron trees, some larger ones, and do you notice the queue here?
Oh, this is a line of people waiting to get in.
These are lines of people just for the macaron.
Just for the macaron. Okay.
Okay. You also have a line for people wanting to eat here, but a lot of people come here for desserts.
Yep.
Kind of like the place we were at. It's very well known, particularly for the desserts.
There's a big line of people
And
there.
you see how long the
Oh,
line
and
is.
people are eating here. Oh, and they have the display of the macarons in here.
Yes.
Let me get this.
Yeah, get that. You can see all the different flavors. So this is when people think of a macaron, they think of La Durée.
Yep.
And so this is the original,
Right.
but now they have
You have a bunch of satellite.
You can get them at the airport
Yes.
now.
Yes. I gotta say, I had one a couple days
and
ago.
there's a first floor here too, which you can't see right
Oh,
here.
above this, yes.
There's a first floor as
So
well.
I really actually I had a couple days ago and I really liked them. Not the La Durée ones,
So
but
now this restaurant's kind of fun. Now it's winter, so they're wearing jackets. Bonjour. But you notice all the waiters are
Yes.
wearing sea outfits.
oh, okay.
It's bonjour.
So sea theme is there.
Yeah. So normally they don't. Whoa, pardon. So normally they don't have these blue jackets on.
Yes.
So you just see the white shirt with the stripes.
Okay, like Deauville.
Yeah. Because that's like a city on the.
It still says weak network signal. That's the thing. It's still saying weak network.
It's
signal.
weird.
Yep.
I don't know what it is. Could it be the weather? I'm gonna tell them let us know when we're back. Okay, what does that mean? I'm gonna say let us know when we're. Oh, you're back. Somebody said you're back.
You know what I just did?
It's
I kind of
back.
refreshed. So I don't know if I had to refresh something.
Well,
but
whatever you did worked because they said it. They said
Are
it's
we
back
back?
at the same time. Yeah.
are we back? Okay.
4 or 5 people said it's back. Back up.
Guys, it's an imperfect technology. So just some of the things that Euro was pointing out. We went by the Bulgari store. That's a big Louis Vuitton store, right, Euro, right here? That big thing right here is all Louis Vuitton? Okay, good, yep.
And the McDonald's there,
Yep,
that is the most visited McDonald's in the world.
that right there.
Yeah, it's the most profitable McDonald's
Wow.
in the world.
Cool.
It just packs in people. So kind of strange. People come to Paris and then they eat at McDonald's. But hey,
I'm glad we're back, guys. Sorry about that. And we're right
Oh.
at the Arc de Triomphe. How about
Yes.
that? Let me just say, there's a lot of like this street gets a bad reputation sometimes. People say it's touristy, you don't need to go. I think it's a fun street. It's really pretty. There's a lot of people walking around. There's a bunch of stores. I would not avoid going here. I think it's a fun place to check out. It's really pretty, and again, a lot of cool stuff to see.
And what's nice about it is, so we used to say in France you could get anything you need
Yes.
at any time of day.
Yes.
On the Champs-Élysées, even part of a
Yes.
song.
But you can also eat cheaply. It's not all fancy food.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
They have fast food. Here's a Dior store.
Oh, yep.
So, and you see they have scaffolding still.
And these stores are multi-floor stores. I
Oh
would
yeah,
assume?
yeah. They're all like 4 or 5 stories.
Yes.
Now they have scaffolding because they're doing some type of refurbish. And then this is the drugstore over here.
A Cartier store.
Yeah, and you have some watch stores across the street.
Yep.
You have Cartier. And so one year we had, a couple of years I filmed the French Open, which is a big tennis match. It's one of the big four. And one year they, a little further down, they built a tennis court, and they had some of the
Oh, wow.
tennis players do a little public fun. And they had like tennis legends from the past be the referee.
Oh, wow.
And then they had the new players.
Very cool.
So for people that were into tennis, it was a nice event. And you see how they have these streets that curve around.
Really neat. And
Now what's cool
here
about
we are at the Arc.
the Arc de Triomphe, And you can see, if you look way up there,
There's people on the top.
you see the people? Yeah, you
Yep.
can go to the top.
Yep.
So a lot of people don't realize that, even people that have been here many times. But you can go to the top, you can look down, get nice views.
It's really
So
cool,
Yeah, seeing the
seeing it
traffic.
this close.
And what you have is, so you have the roundabout here, traffic circle. You have 12 avenues going into one circle. And you
Okay.
see some of these avenues, like this one is 8 lanes going in there.
Yes.
There's another one even wider
Yep.
over next to us on the left. So it's a lot of traffic going into one circle. There's no, you'll see in a minute, there's no traffic lanes in this circle.
Oh, so it's just like a free-for-all?
It's a free-for-all, and you got to remember, some people are going in and out of this lane, or they're going to continue to the next one, or the 12. So it's really a nightmare to.
Now we have a
navigate.
little brief rainfall, guys.
Yeah.
But even though I can see some blue sky up there, so it's one of these weird rainfall with blue sky.
What we could do is get under the.
Oh, get under the arch.
Yeah.
There's a bridge we cross, isn't
Yeah,
there?
we have to cross the street.
We have to cross the
do
street.
that.
We're gonna. I mean, a tunnel. There's a tunnel
there's
that
a
goes
tunnel,
underneath.
right, exactly.
So we're gonna cross the street and get to the tunnel.
But just look at see how some cars are turning in.
Yes.
At the same time, other cars are turning
Yes.
out. And it's just a mess. There's no traffic lights at all in the circle, and there's no lane markings.
Right.
And you got people literally
Crazy.
coming in and out from 12 different lanes.
So is there even a traffic light here? You just have to walk across.
There's a light to cross in, but in the circle there's no lights.
Okay.
So it's just a free for all. And if you're an American driver, the rules are the opposite. So in the U.S., what is it? In the U.S., people in the circle. Which one has preference in the U.S.?
In the circle, I don't even know because I never drive in these.
Oh, okay.
I think the one already going around has preference over people coming into it.
Okay, so ours is the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're an American driver, be prepared for that because it's the exact opposite in precedence. And so you see the people in the circle
Yes.
are stopping and yielding
For the people coming
to
in.
people coming
Oh wow.
in.
Okay.
So if you don't know that, you're going to be in a lot of trouble
All right.
because you will literally smash into somebody.
So I think what we'll do, the last thing we're going to do is to go inside, not
It's already starting to
go underneath.
starting to.
So we have to cross over here.
We have to cross, and then there's a little subway, and that's the Qatar embassy right there.
Right there. Okay. So we're going to reach our destination soon, which is we're going to get under the arc.
It's nice because under the tower, we'll see the eternal flame. You know, this is the tomb of the unknown soldier,
Oh, nice, nice.
and they have an eternal flame there.
Very cool.
And we just missed it. I don't know if you heard did you hear the drums earlier and
No.
the music? Okay, so some of the users might have noticed in the background there was drums
Yep.
and music, and that was a band because every day there's a procession of military people, sometimes from different countries, that march from here and go pay
Oh,
their
wow.
respects to
Very cool.
the soldier, and they lay wreaths and whatnot.
Now
that's
when
every
we go in the tunnel,
Yeah.
we're gonna probably lose the signal for a second, right?
Maybe not. It depends.
All right,
I
guys,
would
we'll
say-
see when we go in this tunnel.
I
if
would
we
say
lose the signal.
usually when I've done it, I've not lost signal.
All right, guys, get
But
ready.
we lost signal on the sidewalk, so
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Here we go.
But it'll be a little bit drier.
We're going to the arc right now. Access to the arc. So
Now-
if you lose us, we'll be right back.
For those that want to go to the top,
Yeah.
it's quite a bit of hike,
Okay.
and it's a very narrow, helical staircase. So you have to.
wow. Okay.
I mean,
we're back,
It's
we're back.
worth doing, but it's quite a hike. You imagine it's 55 meters, and it's winding.
So this is really cool.
So that's it right there, but you would need a ticket.
Okay, but we can look under here.
Yeah, we're gonna walk. Well, we're gonna have to walk around. Oh, but you
Okay.
can see they're still here. The guys I was telling you about.
the military band or whatever. Yeah. Let's see.
But Steve, you see all the avenues coming in?
That's
a
really
lot of
cool,
traffic.
actually. They all center
Yeah,
here.
yeah. And when you're up there looking down, you see all the chaos of the cars all pointing different directions and everything.
Wow. I'm just going to get back here for a second to show
Yeah,
them.
sure. Do what you want.
This is pretty cool, guys. We're at the Arc de Triomphe. Euro took us over here.
Mary says that was a quick tunnel. Music, that was fast. Music is so romantic, says Angela.
Wow. Now I have to look up on my phone Was this built
That's
by
big.
Napoleon or after Napoleon? I don't know.
It was built by Well, Napoleon had it built.
Right.
And this is what I was going to explain earlier. So remember how I said there's a duplicate
Yes.
that's just further down by the Louvre?
Yes.
So the reason why is he built this to commemorate some of his victories in battle, because he had a number of them.
Okay,
right?
yes.
Like Austerlitz. And so he built this to commemorate there's a victory of triumph like the Romans used to do.
Yes.
But he was afraid that he might not live long enough to see it completed, because it would take a while. So what he had done, it's pretty smart, he said, I'm going to build a replica of it, half the size, over by the Louvre.
Wow.
It'll look the same, the small.
And it got done faster?
Yeah, so he was right. He never saw this completed,
Okay.
but he did see the other one completed. So he was smart to do that, because if you remember, at the end he gets captured and he gets banished to an island.
Yes.
He manages to escape.
Yeah, came back.
Comes back.
Yep.
Rules again for like another 100 days, and then they exile him again to
Yep.
an island much further away.
Yep.
One of the most remote places on the planet, 5,000 kilometers from land.
And that's where he died.
Yeah, that's where he ended up dying.
And it says
Some say he was poisoned.
it honors those who fought and died for France in the French Revolutionary Napoleonic Wars, says
That's
Wikipedia, with the names of all French victories and generals inscribed on its inner and outer
That's
surfaces.
True, that's right. You'll
Beneath
see that.
its vault lies the tomb of the unknown soldier from World War I. Wow.
Right.
Started in 1806, inaugurated 1836. 50 meters high, it says.
Right.
Wow. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
People in the
when you're up
chat
there,
really,
sorry.
really enjoy looking at it.
And when the airplanes were first invented, that was one of the feat that one of the pilots did, was to try to fly through the arch.
Oh, through the arch.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So this thing has been here for 200 years, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's right.
It's really neat.
200 years. Yeah.
I got to take a picture of myself. Maybe I'll give you the camera. Guys,
Sure.
hold on. Let me reset this here.
Okay.
And we'll do that, and then we'll do this.
Okay.
And then, guys, Maestro is Euro's in control, and I'm going to take a picture of myself, a selfie. It's time for a selfie
I'm
for
going
me.
to take a film of Steve taking a picture.
Euro is in
selfie.
control.
And you see the traffic guys? And there he goes.
Well, I got to get
With
it
a
all in. It's hard to
selfie.
get it all in.
He's smiling.
It's big. Well, I want the live thing off.
Can you get it all in?
Barely.
It is quite big. Evelyn says, please.
Oh, I'll do a vertical picture.
Please what, Evelyn?
Yeah, it's really hard to actually get it in.
We're going to walk over to the tomb. Right now they have some soldiers in front of it. I want to hang out with Euro every day. Well, skeptical, what a nice thing to say.
Well, follow him on his social media and channel. I've taken the camera back. Thank you, Euro. So follow him on his YouTube and his Twitter, Euro Maestro.
So right now they have it roped off because of the procession. But
Yes.
normally we walk right up to the
Okay, you can walk under
to
it.
the tomb. But
Guys, just so you know, I have to do wide angle lens here
so you
because
can
it's
see
so
the
big.
eternal flame.
Oh, right there. Hold on, I'll show
So
them
just
that.
like you have also in was it in Washington where you have the eternal flame?
Yes.
Yeah, Arlington, I think. So we have one here.
Now I'm
So
on
the idea
close-up.
of the unknown soldier, same as in the States,
Yes.
is you had some people that you couldn't identify.
Yes.
So they take one to represent all the
And that tomb
soldiers.
is underneath here.
Yeah, you can actually see the plaque where it is. and
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And you can
Maybe
see
we'll go up here.
you can see get as close as you want.
So we'll be quiet.
So this is a daily thing here with this procession.
Here we go.
This is what I was talking about earlier when I said have watched Euros for years. Well, thank you, guys. Yeah, this will be my 9th year, I think. What was that?
I don't know, something. No. Very cool.
You're up to date. Pleasant surprise. Katie Girl says, so awesome to be able to watch with you, Steve and Euro.
That's great.
Beautiful thing. Thank you, Steve, says Lucky Minute. Totally amazing, says Evelyn. Ringa X, thank you for your super chat. So you see some soldiers here looking at machine guns. So after the terrorists started placing these guys sometimes around the city, I think mostly to reassure people. Euro should take a picture of Steve. Okay, I'll do that. Do you mind?
No.
Les veuves, les orphelins et tous les citoyens qui ont été lourdement. Tous ces sacrifices dans le corps et dans le cœur ont cimenté la nation française à laquelle nous appartenons aujourd'hui. Cette flamme nous invite également à rendre hommage aux soldats tombés au cours de la Seconde Guerre mondiale, de la guerre d'Indochine.
So earlier they started on the Champs-Élysées, yes, and they do a little procession. And you can join in, like you see some people have joined in. And every day it's a different group
of military.
Yeah, like different regiments or different associations. Sometimes French, sometimes foreign, sometimes mixed. So even to this day, the French people are still very commemorate and remember the World War II people. Yes. So there are plaques all over the cities where individuals were killed. There's a little sign that says this person died here, and you see people bring flowers. Mm-hmm. Even how many years later?
Wow.
80 years later, people still bring fresh flowers.
Yeah, wow.
Australia too, yes. That's true, all over the world they come.
Ce soir, participe à la cérémonie la mairie de Plougar du Finistère, la mairie de Versailles des Yvelines, l'établissement public d'insertion dans l'emploi de Montreuil en Seine-et-Marne, la classe de défense du collège Les Éclairs de Mérignac, le lycée des métiers de la Tournelle.
The video is good now.
Good. It's so crazy that you can just see it there. It's
I love watching it here because I can.
It's amazing. The technology is amazing.
Well, what's great is when it freezes, I know right away it froze, whereas you can't always tell. Well, thank you, Des. That was nice of you.
Thank you.
Very interesting,
Thanks
amazing.
Thanks for the Ringa X for the super chat. I appreciate that. Ringa X, thank you.
And is a semi-car buff. Says he loves Europe. Evelyn says she's loving this. It doesn't seem so near Steve's been. So it's interesting. Somebody asked you about this the other day about the homeless population. So there are some homeless people, but theoretically there shouldn't be any because they have housing solutions.
They do, yes,
for everyone. But there are some people, for whatever reason,
yes,
they refuse.
Yes.
They don't want the housing for some reason. So I don't know it. So some of it is temporary and maybe not so nice, but other is permanent, mm-hmm, and for whatever reason they choose not to do it. But what they do for those people is they have caravans that come around and they give them food and blankets and ask them if they change their mind for tonight and, mm-hmm, want to go into a shelter. And some people do, if it's like really cold or whatever.
That's good to know, because I have not seen that many homeless people. I've seen some, but not that many. And
there's not that many.
Not that many beggars and stuff.
Yeah.
Some, but not that many.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's areas.
But they have these services. Yeah, they come around every night and look for these people, and give them hot food and drinks and stuff.
This person's with me.
Thanks for answering the question. Seems like Europe does a great job with service. I would say in general, yes, although some countries do better than the others. So the Nordic countries in particular do a really great job. So Finland, for instance, has basically eliminated homelessness, but they did a very aggressive campaign to do that. And they started a thing which other countries and cities are starting to emulate, which is called housing first. So in the U.S., typically, if you're homeless, it's a staged approach, and they put you in shelters, and they try to get you off drugs and do all these different things. Where Finland said, no, you get a house first, and then we figure out the other stuff. And actually, it turned out it's much better because if you think about it, it's very hard to get a job while you're homeless. So you want to solve that problem first, and then work on everything else. This is so beautiful. Thank you for this tour.
I'm going to back up for a second and give them a wide shot so people can see.
France is a great partner of the U.S. We're walking backwards.
So we can give you a better shot of the whole thing. It's
full of
hard to
knowledge
get it all. It's very
this.
wide, and it's just hard to get on camera all at once, honestly.
Sure, it's 55
I'm using a wide-angle lens right now on my phone, and I still can't get it all. So
it's bigger than you thought. It is really very big. And when Steve finishes backing up, if he turns around, you can see the other arch I was telling you about, La Défense.
Oh yes, I will turn around for that.
And
so there's
because from the perspective and the distance, it doesn't look necessarily very big, but it's twice as tall as this one.
So you're saying the one in La Défense, which I'm going to show in a second, guys.
Yeah.
This is the normal zoom, and normal zoom, I can't even get it all in there. There's the Eiffel Tower over there. And then what Euro is talking about, La Défense, which is this business district. I'm going to zoom in more. Yes, I just zoomed in more, and I can actually see it there. So that's in the business district.
Yes.
And that's a bigger arch, but it's a more modern one. And how many miles away is that business district from here, would you say?
It's probably like about 3 kilometers.
Oh, so it's pretty close, actually.
It's relatively close. But I mean, you know, it might not look from our perspective twice as tall.
Right.
But that's because of the distance.
Really cool.
And
and I read that I think 20 of the 24 skyscrapers in Paris are in La Défense.
Oh, yeah. You can see some of them here.
Yes.
But when you get there, if you ever go there, you'll see that there's quite a few. And some of them have very interesting shapes and whatnot.
That's really neat. Yes, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I would like to, maybe tomorrow I'll try to get over there quickly.
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, so we have to, what time is it? All right, I have to, unfortunately, this is so awesome, but I have to go soon because I still got to meet with before I do my live stream.
Cupcake, guys.
So I'm going to, as soon as we get done here, I'm going to go over to meet Cupcake. So he's been very patient, but this has been so great. Maybe we'll do a little wrap up here, but
Amy says the traffic is crazy.
Yeah, let me show them the traffic again.
Oh, Graz says that her cousin works at La Défense.
Graz's cousin.
Yes.
I think Graz might be in Paris or has been in Paris. I can't remember.
Evelyn says don't trip.
Yes, I got a selfie here.
Don't back into the traffic now. Well, yes. So they have some protection to prevent you from back. So there's these large chains here, and then there's these
those barriers.
What do you call them? The barriers over there.
Well, I think we should all thanks to Euro.
Euro says this may go down as the greatest live stream tour, and Steve, history, and a tour that anyone going to Paris can use to help them understand. So informed, so it's just a blessing.
That's wonderful.
So
Rico says, I've been watching you on Periscope for ages. Rico said that to you.
Thank you.
Yep. So we owe a big thanks. Yes, Rico says, weren't you on Periscope? Yes, Rico, this is Euro Maestro from Periscope. He is here today.
Well, thank you guys. You guys are wonderful.
Yeah, this was
a big thanks to Steve.
This was so nice of Euro. I can't say, I mean, forget the live streaming part. I just got this awesome tour. It was so great. I mean, so maybe Joanna will be able to hire you. Joanna, if Euro lets you hire him, he is worth it. Believe me.
So what we should do is they're going to wrap up soon.
Yep.
So if you can postpone ending it,
yep,
we can show them the tomb and the eternal flame.
We'll wait a couple minutes, and if they can wrap up in a couple minutes.
I think it sounds like they're wrapping
So
up.
What I'm trying to do, guys, is after we do this, I'm going to meet up with Cupcake, and I think Le Marais area, and then I got to be home in time to
He's working tonight,
to cover
guys.
the Super Tuesday, which I'll be starting around midnight. So, and the battery is at, we're pretty good.
You know, guys, I'm just going to say this would be a great time if you want, if you're able to show appreciation to Steve with some super chats.
Oh, they don't have to.
You don't have to,
okay.
but I'm saying it from my side. It would be really nice because he works really hard. He puts in so many hours, and you got to remember he's also going to be working tonight. So it's a very long day for Steve.
And just them watching is great, and that's nice of you to say, Euro. People have been very supportive of this whole trip. They paid for dinner last night, so that was really nice of them.
Was
that was really nice of them. So, but people have been great just watching, and so this has been so fun to do, and I'm glad you guys got to see all this because it was cool for me to see. Oh, thank you to Gordon Gott. It says Viva La France.
Yeah,
thank
I
you,
was
Gordon.
just going to say, yeah. And Rico says, Euro, do you still do breaking news? So I don't do breaking news as much as I used to do in the past. But if something big happens and I happen to be nearby, I will do it. But not as regular as before. They're singing the French national anthem.
Desi made a donation. Thank you so much, Desi D. That's really nice of you.
Oh, that's nice.
Thanks, Desi. Sorry.
Yeah, that's great.
Janet Burnett, thanks for watching. Javier, all of our moderators who've been here. David Green.
Oh, Barbara Mack just gave
thank
10
you,
pounds.
Barbara Mack. Really nice of you. Thank you, Barbara Mack. All of our moderators, K-Body, BZ, and David Green, Sarah, Big Ball of Yarn.
Oh my God.
Raven Riley.
Euro, you remind me of Steve.
Yeah.
So that's a compliment.
Yeah. Megatron gave gift memberships. Thanks, Megatron. T-Sky made a donation. That's really nice of you guys. Thank you. This trip has been great. I'm guessing we'll do another one of these trips soon because it's been so fun streaming. And tonight, I'm probably going to do another stream with Cupcake when I get over there. Oh, thank you so much. Just River P2 and Mary McHugh2 said thank you for the tour. Nice of you. Thank you so much. Thanks also to Euro for the lovely hot chocolate at Angelina Paris.
Oh, yeah.
That was great.
And the subpar Croque Monsieur.
The Croque Monsieur was all right. It was not bad, but it's not what they're known for.
Not as good as the other
We
ones.
went to this place that was specially, this place where
if you go there, just as a warning, like I've never had any food there before today.
Yes.
But what it's really known for is the hot chocolate.
It was fine.
And the pastries.
The hot chocolate was amazing.
So I just as advice, I wouldn't go there so much to eat go there for the hot chocolate.
Was great.
And the pastries. The desserts are very good.
Hey, thanks Kinetic. Said Euro Maestro.
Oh, there goes Chef.
Fun.
That was fun. Thanks. Stephen Euro says
Amalie
Chef.
Wee, thank you from Sweden. Can you explain, what did she say? Can you explain the weird rule in the roundabout? I'll let Euro say that.
I was telling Steve about that off camera earlier.
And before you do that, Euro, thanks so much, Shaf, for your support. And Shaf said this was fun, thanks. And Marissa Pugliese, thank you so much. Now I'll let Euro talk about the traffic as I show the traffic.
Okay, so in the United States, when you go into a traffic circle, the people in the circle have the right of way.
Yes.
And the people coming in have to yield to them.
Yes.
Here it's just the reverse. So anyone in the circle has to yield to people coming in. So if you don't know that, and you're driving the other way, you're likely to get into an accident. Well, you probably get into an accident.
Oh, you get an accident, right?
Because you're thinking you have the right of way.
You'll be in the inside, and you'll think you have the right of way.
Do you see how people turn right in?
It's crazy,
in front of these drivers. You see, and he has the right of way to do that. Whereas in the States, and you see this guy trying to get out, but it's hard for him to get out.
This is madness here.
Yeah, you see how hard it is to get out. Everybody else is turning in.
This is really, and they're coming in from 12 different avenues. They're coming in.
So when you're up there looking down, you actually see all the mismatch.
When you're on the top of that.
Yeah.
If we had more time, we would have done that.
There's YouTubers that have done videos just shooting down, watching the traffic. It's quite fun.
Thank you, Janet Burnett, for the sticker. I appreciate that, Janet. Thank you so much.
But you also see how all the buildings are curved generally to match the circle.
Rico wants to know if you do lives on X.
I do occasionally, but
Euro Maestro on X, EuroMaestro. He's on X and on YouTube. Follow him there.
So, like I said earlier, Steve has inspired me.
Good.
And
you should,
because I used to do live streams many years ago, and I kind of stopped.
You're so good at it.
But I'd like to get back to doing it.
You can tell that Euro is an amazing tour guide. He's an amazing live streamer and tour guide. I mean, you can just tell from the broadcast. So I don't have to tell you that. So hopefully he does some more.
To do some more. But like I said, I think what would be cool in the future, if it happens, because you never know when a news event's going to happen.
Right.
But you know, if there's like something significant happening here,
oh, that would be amazing.
I could be there live.
That'd be amazing.
And you could comment and talk about like you normally do. And
you could FaceTime with me or Zoom with me, and we could put it on. You know.
Yeah.
But you'd have to be off camera.
Well, I'm going to be filming whatever. Hopefully,
what are you going to be filming?
Whatever.
Right.
You know. So it doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, it's very interesting, you know.
Taylor Laternos is awesome, thanks. All right, I unfortunately have to wrap this up because I gotta go meet Cupcake before I have to go back. So
you're not going to show the flame?
Well, I don't know if we're gonna have time. I mean, you know.
Yeah,
the
it might
time,
take too long.
It's by the time I get over there.
It's running late, and we don't want to keep Cupcake
waiting. We want to meet Cupcake.
Yeah. So sorry about that, but maybe another day if Steve has time.
Yes. Thank you, Pony
Oh,
Boy.
look at this! What Rico says. I've seen Euro with Cristiano.
Oh, he saw your interview with Cristiano.
So there you go. I'm glad somebody saw it.
That's awesome. Please do more Euro, Evelyn says. So go follow Euro on Twitter. Follow him on YouTube.
If I pick up some subscribers, I will do it.
You should. Euro Maestro on Twitter and YouTube.
Because that's my problem. Is I really don't have many subscribers on YouTube or X. So
so
it's more difficult. Like
if you want Euro to do more streaming, follow him on X so he knows you want to.
It helps because you want to have an audience, right? Well, the audience is an important part because they're chatting and they make it interesting.
You know what, Euro? If you started going live on YouTube, people would start subscribing.
And on Periscope, you know, I had a lot. And I used to be on Google Plus.
You should do TikTok too.
I should.
That's the thing now. Everybody's like
doing
live streaming on there. So
I've had a lot of people tell me, why don't you do TikTok? Why don't you do Twitch? Why don't you do this? You know?
Yeah, I would do TikTok more. I haven't done it on Agenda Free TV. On Luxor, I don't have 1,000 followers on TikTok, so I can't go live there. But,
so Rico says Euro had 80,000 followers. And you know, on Google Plus, which was a thing before, which nobody remembers anymore, but there I would have like millions.
Yeah.
And I would get like 10,000 relikes.
Then the platform just goes away.
Yeah, the platform goes away. It's like, nobody knows them anymore.
All right. Hey, Ruben Urban stopped by. Thank you, Ruben.
Don't do social media, but I'll subscribe to Euro on YouTube. Well, thank you.
Right. You know what I'm going to do is I can't show Euro because he's a man of mystery, but so you stay right there, Euro, and I'm going to turn around the camera to me, and I'm going to wrap this up because I need to meet Cupcake. So look, this is awesome. Oh, you know what I'll have you do? Could you take a picture of me with my phone? That's a little further away.
Yeah.
And then it's like that'll be my selfie thing. Is that? You can do that.
Do you want portrait or landscape?
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna either is fine. I'm gonna do a quick. Euro's taking a picture of me, so.
You want the whole thing?
Sure. Why not? You might be able to zoom out.
It's hard to get the whole thing.
It's okay. Get the top part. It's fine. Oh, you can do a portrait one if you want. That yeah. Euro's being very nice now, taking a couple pictures with my phone.
Oh, I can get the top.
Yay! Uh-oh, now Euro just went over. This is not good. He went over the chain. He's very close to the traffic. Euro, don't get hit by traffic. That was awesome. All right. That would have been a bad way to end the stream. All right, guys. Thanks, Euro.
You're welcome.
Now he's getting a close-up or something, taking a video or something.
I should take a video. I took a lot of shots at different distances.
So this has been amazing. Follow Euro, subscribe to Euro on YouTube and on Twitter. Cupcake, Cupcake's in the chat. Cupcake, I'm wrapping this up now. I'm going to come meet you. Message me where you want me to meet you. I'm right near the metro, and I'll meet you over there. Okay, Cupcake. So so we're going. I'm going to go meet Cupcake now. Huge thanks to Euro. This was amazing.
Thanks to Steve. Megatron says that Euro's running away with your phone, Steve.
Yeah, that could happen. That could happen. So, guys, tune in a little bit later. We're going to do another stream with Cupcake. And also, I'm going to be on Agenda. If I can stay awake, I'm going to be on Agenda Free TV tonight. So I'm going to wave bye right now. Huge thanks to Euro. This was amazing. More streams coming up. I got to rush over to see Cupcake now. So we can do all this. Thanks, mods. Thanks, all you guys. Thanks, everybody who donated. Cupcake's a viewer. She lives in Paris. We'll see you in a little bit. All right, bye, guys.